Hello there and welcome to the Sleepy Science channel. Tonight, we drift inward into the quiet architecture of the human body. Beneath your skin lies an entire universe of intricate design, a living symphony of cells, tissues, and organs that never truly sleeps. Your heart keeps time like a soft, tireless metronome. Nerves whisper electrical secrets faster than lightning. And deep within your bones, tiny factories hum along, producing the very essence of life. Every breath, every blink, every pause, it's all an unseen ballet of biology. The body isn't a machine, it's a miracle in motion, a balance of chaos and control, precision and adaptation, strength and fragility. With every heartbeat, it repairs, rebuilds, and refines itself without you ever noticing. You're living inside an orchestra that plays the song of existence, and every note is perfectly timed to keep you alive. Let's begin. The human body is a framework of more than 200 bones, each one a masterpiece of function and form. From skull to heel, they interlock like the gears of a divine clock. Long limbs reach and stride, while broad plates guard the brain and heart. Even the tiniest bones in your ears amplify whispers of sound into songs the mind can understand. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from and what time it is for you. It's always fascinating to see who's joining us from around the world. Now, dim the lights. Maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum. Minerals make them strong, collagen makes them flexible, and together they form a structure both sturdy and graceful. Within this living scaffold, marrow quietly forges millions of blood cells, every heartbeat, red ones to carry life, white ones to defend it. Cartilage cushions each joint, slicked with fluid smoother than oil, so your every move glides in silence. And this isn't a static structure, it's alive, dynamic, always changing. Old bone dissolves, new bone forms, osteoclasts clearing space, osteoblasts laying fresh layers of strength. It's like an eternal renovation project, where the workers never sleep, and the blueprint never fades. Even your teeth, anchored deep in jawbone, follow this grand design of endurance and precision. What looks solid is constantly in motion. You are a living sculpture, reshaping with every breath and every dream. The body listens, learns, adjusts, quietly rebuilding itself to meet the life you lead. Beneath stillness, there's movement. Beneath sleep, there's life. And beneath you, even now, an entire universe is humming softly, keeping time. The heart, that trusty fist-sized muscle, beats over 2.5 billion times in a lifetime. Each thump is a symphony of contraction and relaxation that keeps everything in sync. Valves flip open and shut like a determined gatekeeper, pushing oxygen-poor blood to the lungs while sending the oxygen-rich stuff back to every corner of the body. It's like an efficient highway for life, where each beat fuels our daily adventures. In a flawless duet, the heart's 4 chambers work tirelessly, 2 for receiving and 2 for sending blood on its mission. Add to that a dash of electrical impulses racing through specialized fibers, and voila, you've got an energetic rhythm that speeds up with excitement, takes it easy during sleep, and even adjusts to our moods and manner of breathing. Those coronary vessels, they're like the heart's personal trainers, nurturing the muscle that tirelessly pumps life through our veins. Now, let's shift gears to the brain, the ultimate cosmic playground filled with more connections than there are stars. Within this squishy kilo of tissue lies an astonishing web of neurons chattering away in rapid-fire spikes. These cells resemble an intricate party where guests jump from one synapse to another, thanks to chemical messengers serving drinks. Connections flourish, strengthen, or fade with experience, creating a stunning tapestry of learning and memory as memories are woven together. Glial cells are the unsung heroes in this neurological opera, providing support and guidance to those busy neurons while keeping everything running smoothly. They clear away the clutter and ensure that signals shine like a well-oiled machine. From this vibrant chaos arise patterns that give birth to our senses, language, creativity, and the very essence of experiencing life. Even when you think you're zoning out, the brain is working like a bustling metropolis, where neural activity swirls in loops, resembling a weather system with dynamic currents and chaotic storms of cognition. Each time you practice a skill, those neural connections get a facelift. Myelin wraps the axons for speedier communication, and the entire cortical map gets a makeover, enhancing your brain's agility. Thought isn't just a linear flow, it's a lively city packed with signals buzzing, evolving, and establishing fresh pathways daily. Emotions and memories intertwine, creating a vibrant tapestry that colors your perception and understanding of the world. From the heart's relentless rhythm to the brain's intertwined networks, these miraculous organs compose the beautiful symphony of life, reminding us we are marvelously complex beings. Inside your chest reside two incredible lungs, packed with a mind-boggling number of tiny air sacs called alveoli, hundreds of millions of them. Breathing is like a magical journey through a labyrinth of tubes, branching and diverging until they finally bloom into clusters resembling juicy grapes. This intricate setup features a super thin film at each sac's surface, letting oxygen sneak in while the pesky carbon dioxide makes its great escape. Every inhalation is a type of microscopic tango. Picture a cozy lace of capillaries wrapping around each alveolus like a warm hug. The diaphragm, the trusty muscle, pulls downwards to create more space for air, while its elastic nature helps release old air without a second thought. Did you know even your posture affects how air flows through your lungs? Every breath is an ongoing negotiation between you and the atmosphere. It might seem straightforward, but it's really a grand exchange where billions of participants are continuously mingling. Now let's talk about your skin, the superstar that continuously renews itself. It's only a few millimeters thick, yet it performs feats worthy of a superhero, keeping moisture in while fending off pesky pathogens, sensing temperatures and textures, and even sweating to keep you cool. It's a busy life as that outer barrier. Picture this. Your skin consists of a mosaic of flat cells that, like dedicated workers, are forever pushed upwards to create a protective shield, shedding a few flakes along the way. Underneath the surface, stem-like cells do double duty by dividing and transforming as they rise, until they reach the top. They become the very armor that protects your body. Oil glands lend a hand in softening the skin, and a lively community of microbes travels along, battling invaders and keeping your immune system sharp. Every time you get a shiver or an emotional rush, tiny muscles are there, making your hairs stand up. Talk about multitasking. Now, let's navigate to your liver, a deep red wonder nestled under your right ribs. This remarkable organ can regenerate up to 2/3 of its mass if it takes a hit. Think of the liver as a busy chemical factory that works tirelessly to process nutrients from everything you eat. It's like a master chef, deciding which nutrients to save and which to transform into building blocks for your cells. But that's not all. The liver is also your body's vigilant filter, neutralizing harmful toxins like a bouncer at a club. It keeps fats in check, balances amino acids, and produces proteins that prevent blood from leaking and ensure clots don't fall short. It's a crucial player in your body's maintenance crew, constantly working behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly and efficiently. So, next time you enjoy a meal, just remember what's going on beneath the surface. Your liver is working hard for your health. When injury strikes or a surgical procedure takes place, the surviving cells spring into action like athletes ready for a race. They dive back into the cell cycle, multiplying and systematically reshaping their environment with jaw-dropping precision, almost as if they have a meticulous blueprint. Blood vessels and bile ducts don't just grow aimlessly, they harmonize, recreating those spectacular hexagonal neighborhoods where all the crucial work happens, like an urban planning project gone way right. This isn't haphazard growth, it's more like a grand symphony conducted by growth factors, ensuring that when the shape and size are just right, everything gets the big stop command. This meticulous orchestration contributes to homeostasis, acting as a reservoir for glucose. Your liver is like a sugar guardian, releasing glucose between meals, keeping your muscles and brain humming smoothly. Think of it as the ultimate metabolic balance tightrope act. Meanwhile, your skeleton is like an ongoing construction project, constantly being remodeled by a bustling crew of living cells. Sure, bones may look like lifeless stone, but they're buzzing with rhythm. Surface teams and tiny canal dwellers are constantly assessing stress and microscopic wear and tear. When old tissue needs to be kicked to the curb, the resorbing cells march in, carving out tunnels and pits, dissolving minerals with their acidic tools, much like the local demolition squad. But wait, there's more. Just when you think the job's done, the builders arrive, laying down fresh collagen scaffolding that eventually gets mineralized into tough bone. The result is a marvelous patchwork of new and old, optimized for whatever craziness life throws at your skeleton. Weightlifting, park hour, or just epic couch lounging, weight-bearing exercise sends out SOS signals to reinforce, while being a couch potato might lead to thinning. It's a dynamic dance of strength and function, waiting for you to join in. Now, don't forget about those embedded sentinels that are always on the lookout, sensing mechanical forces and translating them into molecular messages. Even the marrow cavities get in on the action, reshaping themselves to find that sweet spot between strength and lightness. Over the years, nearly every bit of your bony framework experiences some renewing magic, transforming it from a childhood relic into a detailed story of your life's adventures. Meanwhile, the cornea of your eye is the VIP section of your body, totally blood supply free. This crystal clear window cannot allow any interruptions. So, it takes the unusual route to nourishment, sipping oxygen directly from the air through the tears and soaking in nutrients from the fluid inside the eye. Its layered design is a masterclass of smoothness, polished with each blink, and maintained by a moisture film that gracefully spreads with every eyelid closure. In this remarkable area, MVs, microsome vesicles, are primarily dense, giving your eyes exceptional sensitivity. That's why a lone eyelash feels like a trampoline to your eyeball. If minor scrapes happen, cells at the edges shift inward to patch things up efficiently, and thanks to a thin basement membrane guiding repair, transparency is preserved because who wants cloudy vision? Your cornea continues to elegantly prove that even parts of the body can keep it together, all while shining bright. Can you believe that tiny little irregularities can blur your entire view of the world? It's a whole drama where clarity and shape are the stars of the show, fiercely protected by our body's elaborate mechanisms. Thanks to this bloodless clarity, light can waltz right into our eyes, allowing the lens and retina to do their crucial work like a well-rehearsed ballet on a stage of vision. Who knew such a grand performance was happening right behind those peepers? Now, let's chat about nails, those unsung heroes of our hands. Have you ever noticed that your dominant hand features nails that seem to grow faster? That's because the bustling activity of your go-to hand stimulates blood flow and sends secret signals to kickstart the nail production party beneath the cuticle. It's like a bustling factory where cells multiply and transform into tough keratin, pushing their way to the surface, creating a dazzling display of nail growth. Move over, tortoise. The busy hand takes home the gold medal. The secret life of nails is truly fascinating. These little protectors are like living archives, slowly documenting our health, habits, and even dietary changes through tiny color shifts and ridges. It's as if your nails are gossiping, revealing your body's secret stories through their growth patterns. And don't be fooled, although the nails are merely keratin plates, the living bed beneath is alive and well, ensuring the clarity and strength of these tiny shields. Talk about multitasking. Then there's the tongue, the real MVP in the flavor department. This marvel of tiny muscles is a flexible feast of interwoven fibers, capable of curling, flattening, and rippling in smooth sequences. It's the unsung artist behind the curtains, forming consonants and shaping vowels with impressive flair while expertly guiding food to its final destination. This little performer also has quite a sensory portfolio, sampling chemicals, temperatures, and textures to offer us the full range of flavors. And let's not forget the magic of saliva. It's like the charming assistant at a show, dissolving molecules so that they can frolic over to the taste pores for a delightful rendezvous. The tongue works like a finely tuned medical team coordinating with the jaw and soft palate to ensure airways stay protected. Whether you're chowing down or whispering sweet nothings, this soft engine operates tirelessly, guiding every bite and shaping every word with the dedication of a seasoned pro. Lastly, let's take a moment for the arteries and veins, the unsung highway system of the body. Can you even wrap your head around the fact that blood travels through over 60,000 kilometers of vessels? That's a marathon by any measure. It's a bustling internal city where life flows seamlessly, nourishing every part of you while you go about your day. So here's to all the remarkable systems working in harmony, keeping our bodies both functional and fabulously alive. Within each of us lies a remarkable secret, a transportation network so extensive that if we stretched our arteries, they would wrap around the earth more than twice. Imagine a winding river, branching out like arteries from the heart, tapering into tiny streams known as arterioles, finally reaching microscopic capillaries. These capillaries are so fine that red blood cells squeeze through like cars in a traffic jam during rush hour. Oxygen and nutrients waltz out, while carbon dioxide and waste shuffle their way back in, all happening seamlessly. Meanwhile, veins are the unsung heroes, gathering the blood that's had its fun and sending it back to the lungs for a refreshing breath of fresh air. It's a non-stop cycle dancing to the rhythm of the heart that never tires. Picture this. Pressure waves ripple down every artery with each heartbeat, flexing and relaxing, like an enthusiastic crowd at a concert. This intricate system fits snugly inside us, gracefully folding and looping, assembling efficient pathways that keep life flowing. But wait, let's not overlook the smallest bone in the human body, which plays a starring role in our ability to hear. Nestled deep within the middle ear, past the eardrum, lies a chain of 3 delicate little bones, the malleus, incus, and the impressively tiny stapes smaller than a grain of rice. When sound vibrations resonate through the eardrum, this clever trio kicks into action, transforming mere sound waves into sensations that tell our brain, hey, there's a tune playing. This intricate bone choreography doesn't just stop at delivering sound. The inner ear is a well-oiled machine, where hair cells dance to the rhythm of undulating fluid, converting movement into electrical signals. The entire structure is a marvel of nature designed with compact geometry that amplifies even the quietest whispers into auditory fireworks, all while ligaments and muscles ensure that we don't go deaf from an overzealous rock concert. Even while we sleep, these little bones tirelessly work on the soundtrack of our lives. And speaking of unique structures, our hearts hold their own surprises. Each person's heart generates a distinct electrical rhythm, thanks to clusters of pacemaker cells hidden within the heart's tissue. These tiny powerhouses shoot out electrical impulses that orchestrate the perfectly timed contractions of the heart's chambers. It's like a symphony within, with each beat tailored uniquely by factors ranging from genetics to mood swings, creating a personalized heartbeat that tells our story. Life couldn't keep pace with us without the nuances of timing influenced by everything from our emotional state to our breathing rhythm. It's a reminder that our bodies are masterpieces of evolutionary craftsmanship, working together to transform inner whispers into melodies, laughter, and the cherished vibrations of familiar voices. Every moment we live is a culmination of this fantastic orchestra playing beneath our skin, a dynamic performance that keeps us dancing through life. So next time you hear a song that resonates or a voice that warms your heart, remember the incredible systems working non-stop to make that possible. From the heart's electric flare to the tiniest stirrup bone, our bodies are a lively, intricate design, harmonizing in ways we often take for granted. They say we're all unique. Let's give a nod to our remarkable inner workings that keep us delightfully tangled in this adventure called life. Did you know your heart has a unique beat that serves as your body's personal soundtrack? Equipped with sensitive machines, it records these rhythmic variations, creating a biological Morse code that speaks your feelings aloud. When excitement hits, the intervals of your heartbeat tighten, but in moments of calm, they relax. This lively dance between heart and hormones not only pumps blood but also syncs bodily functions with thoughts, movements, and much-needed rest. Each heartbeat is a note in the grand symphony of your life. Now let's talk about that powerhouse of a stomach of yours. Nestled snugly beneath your ribs lies a cauldron that can eat metal for breakfast. Seriously, your stomach's hydrochloric acid is so potent it could almost double as paint stripper. But don't worry, this fierce environment isn't a threat to your stomach. It's got a protective mucus barrier and quick cell turnover, keeping things in tip-top shape. The acid's job is to break down your food and obliterate pesky microbes. It's like a well-trained army on a delicious mission. When you eat, enzymes like pepsin spring into action, thriving in that acidic cauldron, breaking solid food into a creamy concoction called chyme. Once your food has been sufficiently mulled over, powerful muscular waves kick in, ushering the chyme toward the small intestine for further processing. Picture your stomach as a generous chef, patiently waiting for the next enhance in your mouth adventure while keeping its culinary secrets under wraps until it's time to serve. And speaking of marvels, let's chat about bones. You'd be shocked to know that these seemingly fragile structures are actually 5 times stronger than steel. The secret lies in their unique construction, a blend of rigid mineral crystals and flexible collagen fibers. This fab partnership lets bones handle serious stress while still bending slightly, giving them some much-needed flexibility. It's like the ultimate balancing act, keeping you both strong and surprisingly light on your feet. Imagine bone structure as intricate lattice work, with tiny trabeculi arranged strategically to manage pressure and reduce weight. It's not a miracle, it's just evolution's way of crafting something durable yet lightweight. Whenever accidents happen and fractures occur, your bones spring into action with an organized repair team, diligently clearing out debris and laying down new cartilage to rebuild and reinforce. And guess what? The new bone can often end up even stronger than before. So next time you think about the silent symphony of your heart or the incredible fortitude of your bones, just remember, your body is full of captivating stories and incredible designs. Each heartbeat, each digestive wave, and each bone fragment contributes to an awe-inspiring masterpiece that is uniquely yours, a vibrant, living testament to biology at its finest. Every leap and twist you take puts your sneakers to the ultimate test, just like a gladiator in an arena. Yet, these trusty shoes don't just crumble, they adapt. It's like they've been programmed to evolve according to your habits, shifting their micromolecular structure with the grace of a dancer. With their unbeatable combination of strength, flexibility, and unrivaled self-repair capabilities, they could make any human engineer drop their coffee in envy. Who knew nature was the ultimate craftsman, making living alloys that defy wear and tear? Speaking of senses, let's talk about the ear, a remarkable little structure that can detect pressure changes finer than a trillionth of the atmosphere. It's not just about the volume, it's about the finesse. Hearing kicks off with ridiculously subtle vibrations that waft through the air like whispers on a gentle breeze. Sound waves enter your ear canal and give your eardrum the lightest tap, barely stirring the air around. But don't be fooled. Those tiny bones in the middle ear really know how to amplify the action, transmitting those delicate motions into the mysterious liquid-filled cochlea. What happens next is straight-up magic. Inside the cochlea, thousands of hair cells bend and sway like grass in the wind when the eardrum dances. They convert those movements into electrical signals, working with precision that would make even the most meticulous scientist proud, all while whispering the secrets of sound at a scale as fine as a hydrogen atom. And then pop. Your brain interprets these signals like a master translator reading a complex script, turning vibrations into melodies, laughter, or maybe even that earworm you've been humming all day. But wait, there's more. To keep our hearing intact, our ears possess some impressive built-in safety features. When volumes get too high, they tighten up like a toddler refusing to share their toys, reducing amplification or even tightening muscles to protect themselves. It's a wonder our auditory system can smoothly transition from the gentle rustle of leaves to the thunderous roar of a summer storm without missing a beat, a true testament to its sensitivity and adaptability. Now, let's not forget about the nose, our very own scent detective, capable of identifying over 1 trillion scents. Nestled in the nasal cavity lies a patch of specialized tissue that's as small as a postage stamp but packed with millions of sensory neurons. Each neuron is like a specialized bouncer, tuned to specific molecular shapes, creating an expansive palette of possible odors. When you take a deep breath, those airborne molecules swim in and dissolve in mucus, setting off electrical signals headed straight to your olfactory bulb. At the olfactory bulb, things get wild. Patterns of activation link up to form scent signatures as unique as your grandma's secret cookie recipe. Even in a jumble of hundreds of scents, think of your local cafe. On a busy morning, your brain can sort through and identify the rich aroma of coffee, the clean smell of rain, or the musty pages of an old book with ease. Fancy that. The brain's olfactory prowess is rivaled only by the most seasoned detectives in sniffing out clues. Truly a nose for investigation. So there you have it, the astonishing workings of our senses, each with its fantastic adaptations and abilities. From our ears that decipher delicate vibrations to noses that recognize a symphony of scents, we're equipped with nature's finest tools for experiencing the world. No wonder life's so vibrant and colorful. Isn't it funny how biology equips us not just to survive, but to savor every sensory delight life throws our way? You know how a single whiff of your grandmother's cookies can send you spiraling down memory lane? That's because our sense of smell has this nifty little shortcut to the emotional and memory centers in our brains. It's like the brain's secret door to a treasure trove of vivid recollections. The interplay between scent and memory communicates just how extraordinary our senses are, starting right from invisible molecules swirling through the air around us. Speaking of invisible, did you know our bodies actually give off a faint natural glow? It's true. Each cell is engaged in a flurry of chemical reactions that release tiny packets of light called biophotons. But hold on to your socks. These emissions are so dim that they're 1,000 times weaker than what our eyes can perceive. It's like our cells are participating in a cosmic dance party. And only the fanciest of cameras can capture their stellar moves. Now, where does this glow come from? Well, it mainly stems from metabolic processes that dance with reactive oxygen species, briefly juggling molecules as they mingle with oxygen. The resulting photons offer a sneak peek into the rhythm of life, flashing in tune with our sleep cycles, levels of stress, and yes, even those pesky circadian rhythms. Interestingly, different body regions emit varying levels of luminosity, meaning your skin's glow could actually be a reflection of what's happening deep inside you. Unlike fireflies flaunting their bioluminescence for the world to see, our glow is more of a quiet secret, a mere whisper of light in the grand symphony of life. Yet, it serves as a gentle reminder that we're all connected in this delightful web of energy, chemistry, and shimmering light. Talk about an ethereal touch. Speaking of touch, let's dig into those fingertip sensations. Each fingertip has its unique pattern of nerve endings, creating a complex network that isn't as simple as a scratch and sniff. Beneath the skin lies an intricate collection of sensors that respond to pressure, vibration, temperature, and texture, right in the fingertips. This sensory system peaks in density, making every touch an adventure filled with myriad sensations. Each square centimeter of your fingertip is home to thousands of specialized nerve endings, from those quick reaction receptors that pick up on motion to the slower ones dedicated to sustained pressure. As these sensory inputs travel their merry way to the brain, they blend together to create one vibrant sensation. And get this, no two fingerprints are wired the same way, not even identical twins. It's like nature's way of ensuring we all have a special touch. Thanks to our tactile system's real-time updates, our sensitivity can shift based on what we're expecting or focusing on. This remarkable system is so fine-tuned that it can detect ridges smaller than a micron, translating the physical world into a warm and intimate language of contact. So next time you run your fingers over something, remember you're not just feeling, you're engaging in a delightful dialogue with the universe. Every touch conveys a delightful mix of mechanics and emotions, setting up an activated conversation between the heart and the mind. Did you know our eyes are like nature's cheat code? They can see more shades of green than any other color. This fantastic ability comes down to 3 types of cone cells nestled in our retinas, each one finely tuned to different wavelengths. The green sensitive cone is the star of the show, nestled at the center where it happily overlaps with its colorful neighbors. This splendid overlap is the key to your ability to tease out the subtlest variations of green, making the lush outdoors a visual feast. In fact, evolutionary history has its say here, since distinguishing between the various shades of foliage could mean spotting your next snack or evading a hungry predator. The green glow reflected from leaves is trickier than it looks, boasting a whirlwind of wavelengths. Thankfully, those middle cone cells in your peepers are pros at juggling and discerning these complex visual differences. Now, when compared to the green marvel, blues and reds are like introverts at a party. Fewer overlapping receptors mean they don't quite match the nuanced offerings of green. But here's the kicker: your brain plays the ultimate backstage role, refining those color signals splendidly and constructing gradients and contrasts. This is what makes a forest look like it's dressed up for a celebration, showcasing an endless variety of greens. The beauty you spot in these wild landscapes may just be nature's way of playing a survival chord, a living proof of its rich tapestry. We can't forget about our red blood cells, the tiny, disc-shaped superheroes racing through our bodies. In a mere minute, they tour your entire circulatory system. Each second, millions of these little champions dash out from the heart's left ventricle, zooming through an intricate network of arteries, capillaries, and veins, only to return for round 2. These cells are nuclei-free, a clever remodeling that maximizes space for hemoglobin. They're oxygen-hugging protein that doubles as a party for iron atoms. On their thrilling journey, They make a pit stop in the lungs to snag fresh oxygen and deliver it to every nook and cranny of your tissues, all while scooping up carbon dioxide for a quick exit. Typically, this lively tour lasts about 50 seconds while you're chilling, but impressively quickens during moments of exertion. It's like a continuous loop of excitement sustaining every organ, keeping the rhythm of life flowing. And let's talk about flexibility. These red burst buddies can squeeze through vessels that are narrower than themselves, contorting and folding like nimble parachutes. Quite the performance, don't you think? Every cell enjoys a short yet festive life of about 4 months before flipping off into recycling courtesy of the spleen. This ensures a fresh supply of youngsters bursts forth from the bone marrow, breathing new life into the bloodstream. This dynamic turnover keeps the blood cruising like a vibrant river, always renewing and on the move. As these little warriors nourish and cleanse the body, it feels like a living symphony, every beat rich with energy and vitality. So, next time you gaze at lush greens or feel the rush of vibrant blood, remember, it's all a beautiful, interwoven tale of survival, emotions, and the wonders of biology at work. Imagine a hidden labyrinth within your intestines. When uncoiled, they're longer than your height, like a super secret highway of digestion. The small intestine is a fabulous 20 feet long, all intricately folded and looped to fit just right in your torso. As food breaks down into simple molecules through the hard work of enzymes, it glides through this winding structure that's adorned with tiny villi and microvilli, maximizing nutrient absorption. It's a microscopic carnival in there, an energetic party of secretions and microbes focused on extracting every ounce of goodness from your food. Now, let's roll to the large intestine, where the magic of reclamation happens. Here, the body works to extract every last drop of water and mineral before transforming waste into an exportable product. Thanks to muscular waves called peristalsis, everything moves along with a graceful rhythm, all guided by an independent nervous system often dubbed the second brain. It cleverly bridges the gap between your inner workings and the outside world, turning delicious meals into usable energy and building blocks. Impressive, right? Nature has serious architectural skills. Speaking of impressive, let's talk muscles. They make up about 40% of your body weight, and there are over 600 of them. These muscular wonders are like a finely tuned orchestra, pulling your bones and skin into a majestic performance of movement. Each muscle fiber works as a tiny engine, responding to chemical signals to contract and slide, creating a powerful symphony of motion. They're responsible for everything from the little twitches as you write to the explosive sprints when you're late, showcasing their versatility in every action you take. But muscles don't just help you move, they also have a role in maintaining heat, posture, and blood circulation. Just like an elite athlete that adapts from rigorous training, constant use reshapes these muscles, while inactivity allows them to shrink into a sad state of atrophy. Even the heart and intestines are special types, built for endurance rather than pumping heavy weights. They're like the marathon runners of muscle land, always pushing while being beautifully efficient. Interestingly, muscles and organs have a chat. They metabolically communicate, releasing hormones that affect your mood, immunity, and energy levels. This deep connection creates a tangible relationship between mind and body. You can see how thoughts translate into motion while emotions show up as gestures. Each breath, smile, or lift becomes a stunning ballet of electricity cascading through your muscles, expressing your inner intentions in the most eloquent way possible. One intriguing fact about the brain adds more spice to our bodily buffet: it has no pain receptors. It's the control center of sensations but can't feel pain itself. Surgeons can operate on the exposed brain without any discomfort because it lacks those specialized nerves. It's a surreal twist in this human adventure, showcasing the brain's role as the ultimate puppeteer, directing a symphony of sensations while being blissfully unaware of any injury it might orchestrate. Speaking of intricate systems connecting within, isn't the human body just gloriously and humorously designed? Headaches are quite the irony when you think about it. While the brain is busy processing all the world's sensational information, it's blissfully unaware of its own injuries. It's wrapped in layers of protective tissue and cushioned by cerebrospinal fluid. And yet, it strangely remains oblivious to its own pain. Those layers serve to safeguard it. So when something goes awry, like blood flow changes or pressure spikes, the surrounding tissues send a distress signal the brain can't ignore. interpreting it as pain. How wonderfully paradoxical. As it turns out, our brains are like the most conscientious bouncers at a club, checking IDs and watching everyone closely while staying completely numb to their own bruises. It showcases a curious consciousness. It's filled with awareness of joys and sorrows existing in the universe. Yet it's almost tuneless when it comes to its own private symphony of silence. A poetic contradiction, wouldn't you say? Pas de deux between awareness and oblivion is a ballet we perform daily. Let's not forget the spinal cord, the VIP corridor of our body's nervous system. About 13 million neurons snake down this slender, occasionally dramatic structure, forming the essential communication highway for our entire being. These bundles are like traffic lights along busy streets, sending signals between the brain, every muscle, organ, and even the tiniest skin patch. Reflex circuits within the cord can whip into action faster than a cat on a hot tin roof, pulling our hand away from flame before we even realize. Yikes, that's hot. This elegant organization in the spinal cord has sensory information rising up one side while motor commands descend on the other, like a perfectly choreographed dance. We've got that gleaming grey matter in the center processing all the information while the efficient white matter carries long-range messages, wrapped snugly in myelin, ensuring speedy service. And just like a knight in shining armor, the vertebrae protect this cord, providing a protective embrace against potential shock. Alas, any hiccup or damage to this precious narrow bridge can lead to communication blackouts below the injury. Imagine the confusion of trying to order coffee but suddenly forgetting how to ask for it. Within the fibers of this slender cord, the will to move and the sense of touch coexist silently, twirling gracefully in their own inaudible dance. Now, let's take a leisurely stroll into the realm of our lungs. If expanded fully, the surface area of these breathing miracles could cover a tennis court. That's right, picture all that space spread out beautifully, creating a breathtaking landscape. With each inhalation, the lungs expand into a vast expanse lined with clusters of alveoli that are ready to soak up oxygen like a sponge. When we're working up a sweat, this massive interior is hard at work, trading in oxygen like it's on a high-stakes stock exchange. The thin membranes of those alveoli present themselves to surrounding capillaries, ensuring that oxygen is seized, while carbon dioxide makes a quick getaway. Who knew our lungs were not only essential, but also highly efficient in dealing with their business while we're off trying not to fall over our own feet during exercise. When demand spikes, your body becomes a master juggler, keeping everything balanced just right. Surfactant molecules and pressure regulation team up like a dynamic duo, ensuring your lungs remain moist but not inundated. Tiny muscles are the unsung heroes here, effortlessly tweaking the airway diameter to distribute air efficiently. Whether you're dreaming peacefully or running like a cheetah, it's a daily marvel, the intricate, hidden world inside your chest where biology meets poetry, elegantly reaching for the sky with every breath. Did you know that your body is packed with enough fat to make 7 bars of soap? It's true, this sneaky stash of energy is not just for show. It plays multiple roles, cushioning vital organs, insulating against the chill, and acting as a power bank. Each gram of fat is like a treasure chest, containing more than double the energy of carbohydrates or proteins, a biological version of an insurance policy. When the going gets tough, hormones unleash fatty acids to keep your metabolism firing. Talk about being prepared for life's curveballs, like a winter storm or unexpected famine. We typically think of fat as a lazy bystander, but it's way more than just extra padding. Adipose tissue is like an undercover agent, in constant communication with your brain and immune system. It releases signals that can influence hunger and overall health. This balance can feel almost magical. It transforms what seems ordinary into something extraordinary, a complex organ disguised in soft, squishy attire, working tirelessly behind the scenes of your daily life. Now, let's chat about saliva because it's often overlooked and packed with surprises. It turns out this clear fluid, which keeps your mouth moist, has natural painkillers more potent than morphine sneaking around in it. Scientists have found peptids, like opiane, that work like a charm to enhance your body's pain relief systems, even in trace amounts. These little wonders showcase that even the simplest bodily fluids contain layers of sophistication, surprising us with their hidden chemistry. But wait, there's more. Saliva isn't just a pain relief powerhouse. It kicks off the digestion process, assists with speaking, and keeps your mouth in shipshape by neutralizing acids and flushing away pesky microbes. All this magic is tightly linked to your nervous system. Imagine this: when you spot your favorite food, your saliva production increases, while the mere thought of a dentist's appointment can make it plummet. It's an instant roller coaster ride of biological responses that many take for granted. Every day, your glands churn out nearly a liter of saliva, all without you even batting an eye. It's a gentle river of comfort and defense, flowing through your body. Every time you take a sip or swallow, you're inviting tiny soldiers of healing and protection into your system. The fact that something so basic can rival even the strongest pharmaceuticals is a charming nod to nature's brilliant ingenuity. Who knew that such robust chemistry could sprout from a casual act like swallowing? The iris isn't just a pretty circle, it's like a secret code. This dazzling ring around the pupil is as one of a kind as your grandma's cookie recipe. Just like a fingerprint, no two irises are exactly the same, even if they belong to identical twins. Those little muscle fibers are busy expanding and contracting the pupil, helping you expertly navigate whether you're strolling in bright sunlight or enjoying a moody candlelit dinner. Take a closer peek at your iris. What do you see? Under a magnifying glass, the surface looks like a mini landscape, complete with valleys, crypts, and threads that create an intricate tapestry of collagen. These details not only add to its uniqueness, but are the secret weapon for biometric systems that keep things secure. Your iris stays the same throughout life, making it a fantastic tool for identification, like a VIP badge for your eyes. But wait, there's more. The iris doesn't just serve practical purposes. It's a drama queen, too. Those tiny dilations can transform your eyes from saucer-like surprise to heart-melting affection faster than you can say, "Did you see that cat video?" And when lighting shifts, oh, forget it. The colors in your iris can appear to change, displaying your mood like the best mood ring that money can't buy, adding a flair of mystery to your expressions. Now, let's talk about skin, our ultimate superhero suit, stretching over roughly 20 square feet. It's a multi-layered fortress made up of the epidermis, dermis, and subcutaneous tissue. The top layer often sacrifices itself to create a tough barrier, while the deeper layers serve up sweat glands and hair follicles. Talk about an all-in-one package. This impressive organ is not only cushioning our insides but also has its own style, regulating temperature, preventing dehydration, and allowing us to experience the touch, pain, and warmth we often take for granted. But wait, there's more action beneath the surface. Beneath that lovely epidermis, pigment cells are on guard against those pesky UV rays, while immune cells patrol for any unwanted intruders. Meanwhile, the harmonious bacteria living on your skin form a balanced ecosystem, ensuring everything runs smoothly. And when a scrape happens, it's like all hands on deck as collagen rushes in to knit things back together, showcasing the resilience of this remarkable body armor. And speaking of action, let's give some applause to the heart. In every exciting beat, it's pulling off a magic trick by generating enough pressure to shoot blood several feet into the air. Should the arteries be ready for a splash zone, the left ventricle is like the bouncer of this lively party, contracting with a force that's both impressive and essential, sending life-affirming blood through your body at a pace that will keep you moving through the wild ride of day-to-day life. What a show! Inside your body, a relentless power keeps the circulatory system humming. Picture the blood rushing through thick arteries, branching vessels, and finally snaking down to tiny capillaries that are thinner than a strand of hair. The walls of these arteries are like stretchy yoga pants, storing up energy and releasing it between heartbeats, so the flow stays smooth. It's a delightful mix of physics and biology, transforming muscle motion into a fine-tuned hydraulic display. With every pulse at your wrist or neck, you get evidence of this incredible force, proof that a small heart muscle can push an entire ocean of life within you. Funny enough, did you know you are slightly taller in the morning? That's right, when you roll out of bed, you're like a human skyscraper, boasting a couple of extra centimeters until the day works its magic on your spine. As gravity plays its role throughout the day, the soft cartilage discs between your vertebrae are squished and lose some fluid, making you shrink a bit. But when you sleep again, it's like your spine takes a breather, evenly distributing your weight so those discs can rehydrate and puff back up. It's like your body's daily cycle of yoga, blending compression and recovery. ensuring zest and flexibility. While we're talking about the magic of biology, let's not forget about hair. Each strand is a long, twisted chain of keratin, the same tough protein that gives strength to horns and hooves. Nature's little miracle worker, keratin, forms that delightful shine and flexibility in your hair, working hard to make you look fabulous. But here's a quirky twist: what you see isn't even alive. It's just a hardened extension of follicles deep in your scalp, which means your fabulous manner is technically on a permanent vacation. Oh, and have you ever marveled at how a single hair can bear surprising weight? It's true, individually, those fine strands might give the impression of fragility, but when you gather millions together, they create a robust shield on your head. This impressive covering not only protects you from harmful UV rays, but also keeps your precious heat cozy when the temperature drops. Talk about teamwork in action. Nature really knew what it was doing. Every day unfolds with enchanting little rhythms you may not even notice, like your bones subtly breathing and adjusting to your movements. They expand, contract, and cushion impacts with an elegance that often goes underappreciated. You might think of your skeletal system as a bunch of stiff bones, but in reality, they're gracefully adapting to the challenges of life, sort of like a dance party for your skeleton. As you go about your daily hustle, remember that your body is working overtime to keep you in top shape. It's not just about bones and muscles, it's a whole symphony of processes, all playing together harmoniously. So, next time you feel that heartbeat or admire your hair, take a moment to appreciate the artistry and engineering that keep you standing tall, even if just for a little while longer each morning. In the grand tapestry of life, keratin holds a special place, showcasing its versatility from claws to feathers and everything in between. Meanwhile, humans have transformed keratin into a softer, more expressive tapestry: our hair. We're born with about 5 million hair follicles, each neatly tucked away under our skin, waiting to spring into action. These little pits are full of living cells that go through marvelously meticulous cycles of growth, rest, and shedding, painting a vivid picture of our identity. Your scalp alone boasts around 100,000 of these tiny hair factories, doing their utmost to provide that luscious manner we all crave. But don't call them mere anchors. Follicles are like mini organ powerhouses, complete with sebaceous glands that stoically secrete oil to keep our hair nice and shiny. They even come equipped with sensory nerves that can detect the slightest breeze or a passionate sigh. The best part, when a hair decides to leave the party, the follicle remains ready and waiting to kick off the next hair growth extravaganza. Moving south, our tongues hold a treasure trove of taste buds, each with a lifespan of about 10 days. With their thousands of buds, our fancy tongues are equipped with receptors that cater to our culinary whims, responding to every morsel we devour. These receptor cells are delicate and live in a constant state of renewal, braving the onslaught of food, drink, and the inevitable battle with hot and cold. It's a taste bud party all day, every day, ensuring our taste experience remains fresh and lively. Every time you savor a food, these buds send signals to your brain, blending flavors with smells, textures, and temperatures into a glorious symphony. If you've ever noticed food tastes different whenever you're feeling under the weather, that's your taste buds doing a little dance, adjusting as your diet or health shifts, making sure each meal is enticing and delightful. Life, like taste, doesn't stand still. It's a constant cycle of flavor transformation, refreshing our palate every step of the way. Imagine that each time you dig into a plate of spaghetti or a crispy pizza, your taste buds get a fresh start, with these nifty little guys regenerating every 10 days. Your experience stays spicy, even your least favorite dish might surprise you someday. It's like every meal is treated as a new adventure, inviting you to discover the full spectrum of sweetness, bitterness, sourness, saltiness, and that delightful umami glory. So embrace this sensory delight, knowing your taste buds are your true companions, keeping your dining experiences vibrant. Be it a busy brunch or a midnight snack, your tongue is always ready to reinterpret the flavors on your plate, just like your hair follicles patiently wait for another round of growth. Feel assured that your taste buds are always gearing up for the next culinary endeavor, making every meal a fresh and exciting experience. Imagine the brain as your body's celebrity diva, only weighing about 3 pounds but demanding a whopping 20% of your body's energy. That's right, while you're sitting idly, your brain is busy throwing wild parties, zapping electrical signals between billions of neurons, It's like a party planner that doesn't take a day off. Whether you're awake or snoozing, it's maintaining your heartbeat, memories, and even keeping your temperature just right. Now, let's chat about its main menu item, glucose. This sugary sweetness fuels all that brainy activity. And if levels dip even a tad, your focus goes kaput. That's one picky diva right there. To meet its insatiable appetite, the brain practically hogs 1/5 of the heart's output. Just picture the heart as a waiter, scrambling to keep up with the brain's endless energy demands, always serving plates of fresh oxygen and nutrients to keep that chemical fire burning and those creative juices flowing. Meanwhile, down in the bone marrow, there's a secret red blood cell factory working tirelessly behind the scenes. This living tissue is the place where the real magic happens, creating around 2 million red blood cells every second. It's like an overachiever in a constant hustle, churning out oxygen carriers, infection fighters, and handy little platelets that ensure we don't bleed out like a soap opera star in a dramatic scene. Who knew your bones were harboring such industrious workers? These dauntless stem cells live in the red marrow of your bones, where they continuously divide and specialize, all while navigating an intricate maze of sinuses and fibers. Think of it as a futuristic city within your bones where every red blood cell is a little commuter zipping off on a 4-month journey to keep your body in tip-top shape. The whole shebang relies on hormones that gauge oxygen levels, adjusting the output like a skilled DJ remixing tracks for the perfect vibe. But what happens when this factory faces damage or disease? That's when you realize just how vital continuous renewal is for life. Like a sitcom with unexpected plot twists, your body reminds you that every day is an adventure of regeneration and resilience. This quiet little workshop doesn't get any rest. They're all about making sure your blood pressure stays just right while sending fresh oxygen on its merry way. And let's not forget about the jaw. Meet the masseter muscle, the unsung hero making your jawline look sharp while throwing down some serious pressure. When you clamp down, this powerhouse muscle kicks into action with a strength of several hundred pounds pound for pound. It's the strongest muscle in your entire body. It's no wonder you can effortlessly munch through snack time. Your body's got the muscle to support every tasty endeavor. So the next time your brain distracts you with random thoughts, or you bite into a crunchy snack, just remember the amazing, lively processes unfolding inside you. While the brain plots grand ideas and your bone marrow churns out blood cells, you're living life to the fullest, supported by muscles and bones that are working hard to give you that edge. Science can be a flair of comedy and wonder, reminding you that with every heartbeat, there's a story worth sharing. Muscles may seem like mere powerhouses of strength, but the jaw muscles offer a masterclass in coordination and finesse. With an impressive ability to open and stabilize the jaw, the masseter muscle transforms raw strength into subtle nuances of speech, chewing, and even those dramatic facial expressions we all love to make. Picture it as a tiny engineer of culinary delights and witty banter, crushing nuts by day and shaping words by night, proving that not all heroes wear capes, some flex their way through everyday life. Anchored tightly to the cheekbone and lower jaw, the masseter boasts an exceptionally dense arrangement of contractile fibers. It's almost as if this little muscle is a bodybuilder in disguise, packing a punch so strong, yet so disproportionately powerful for its size. Every time you savor a meal or crack a grin, this compact engine is hard at work, tirelessly proving that true strength doesn't just come from brute force, but rather from refined control. After all, it's the precision that leads to the perfect bite or that punchline delivered with just the right timing. Now, let's not forget about those phenomenal peepers of ours, our eyes, with their capability to detect a single photon under the ideal conditions. Like a ninja lurking in the dark, the retina at the back of your eye is a magnificent sheet of light-sensitive cells that can pick up on the softest glimmers of light. Imagine each rod in your retina as a tiny photon detective, sending secret signals along the optic nerve to your brain, day to day. The constant hustle and bustle might drown out these delicate sensations, but beneath it all lies the untapped potential for seeing even the faintest stars twinkling in the night sky. When it comes to the marvel of light detection, it's all part of the spectacular chemistry of rhodopsin molecules. These molecular shapeshifters do the tango when they come in contact with light, instigating an electric cascade that ultimately leads to the experience of vision. So, each time you gaze up at the cosmos or bask in the soft glow of a candle, know that a single quantum of energy has just led to an extraordinary neural event. captivating your senses and connecting you intimately with the universe. Now, let's take a spin into the world of balance. Nestled within your inner ear lies a wondrous labyrinth that's doing more than just helping you hear your favorite tunes. Beyond the intricate structures for sound, this meticulous vestibular apparatus works tirelessly to keep you standing tall and moving gracefully. Those fluid-filled semicircular canals and tiny crystals lounging on hair cells are like vigilant bodyguards, ready to spring into action the moment you tilt or turn your head. As you move, the fluid shifts, and those cheeky little crystals slide into action, bending sensory hairs and sending the brain a memo about direction and acceleration. This partnership ensures that each step you take and every head tilt is a masterpiece of coordination. Add in information from your eyes and muscles, and you've got the perfect recipe for smooth moves and balanced poise, ensuring that getting lost in your thoughts doesn't lead to a spectacular stumble. Without the magic of this delicate balance system, walking and standing would become an uncoordinated dance that would even make a toddler trip over their own feet. Every moment from a casual stroll to a focused gaze relies on this extraordinary inner ear symphony. So, the next time you catch yourself effortlessly darting from room to room or zeroing in on your favorite show, tip your hat to your inner ear for keeping it all together amidst life's delightful chaos. The body has its own little ecosystem, and at the center of it all lies a remarkable system that detects motion with the finesse of a ninja. Think of it as an internal compass that can catch movements smaller than a speck of sand, or, perhaps, that errant noodle you missed during lunch. But when illness or even a quick spin disrupts the flow of this perfectly tuned system, the calm can morph into a whirlwind of dizziness, leaving you feeling like you're on a merry-go-round that just won't stop. Then there's the liver, the unsung hero of the bodily brigade, single-handedly multitasking over 500 crucial jobs. This hard-working organ doesn't just sit there looking pretty. It's filtering blood, neutralizing all those nasty toxins. Goodbye, last night's party snacks. And storing vitamins like a hoarder who's mastered minimalism. It produces cholesterol and synthesizes proteins, ensuring your blood doesn't become a sticky mess. And it's not done yet. This clever organ also regulates energy, manages old red blood cells, and churns out bile to assist in fat digestion. Is it a laboratory, a warehouse, or a guardian? Yes, your liver is all that and more, stepping up to the plate day and night. It moonlights as a chemist, balancing life and death and keeping the cosmic scales tipped just right. And if it's ever wounded, don't fret. The liver is like the ultimate DIY project, regenerating its own tissue and bouncing back even stronger after an injury or surgical mishap. Talk about resilience. This organ performs daily miracles without any fanfare. Now let's shift gears to those kidney comrades tucked away in your lower back. These fist-sized wonders filter around 50 gallons of blood daily, tirelessly scrubbing away the nasties while keeping your internal chemistry in check. With each pass through the kidneys, your body makes waste disappear like magic. When blood pressure kicks in, the kidneys spring into action, pushing fluid through their tiny yet mighty nephrons, about 1 million of them. Mind you, effectively performing the filtration. Hustle. But wait, there's more. As the kidneys work their nerdy magic, they don't just throw away everything. Oh no, smart little critters. They reclaim essential goodies like glucose and amino acids from the blood. Only the unwanted waste gets funneled outward to eventually become urine. Plus, they're like tiny bodyguards, regulating blood pressure, all while promoting the production of red blood cells. Serious multitaskers, really. In this bustling symphony of body functions, precise chemistry is key. Your life hangs in the balance, literally. Even the tiniest fluctuation can send the body into overdrive in a quest for stabilization. Through their silent toil in the shadows, the kidneys ensure that the blood stays pristine, maintaining a delicate chemical balance vital for survival, like keeping a perfectly stirred cocktail without any spills. So, there you have it. Your liver and kidneys are the dynamic duo, harmonizing your body's internal rhythm. They might work quietly, like behind-the-scenes stagehands, but their work is a captivating show in itself, ensuring everything is clear, clean, and perfectly aligned for life to continue. Like true champions, they keep your inner world running smoothly, ready to take on whatever craziness life throws your way. The aorta, the body's largest artery, is nothing short of impressive, almost as wide as a garden hose. This hefty blood vessel bolts straight out from the heart, transporting oxygen-rich lifeblood to every nook and cranny of your body. With its remarkable flexibility and toughness, the aorta can handle the intense pressure that follows each heartbeat. Imagine it expanding and contracting like a concertina. This ensures the smaller arteries get a steady, smooth stream of blood. It's like the ultimate traffic control system for your circulatory highway. As if that weren't enough, the aorta's structure boasts 3 distinct layers, each showcasing an incredible talent. One layer provides strength to withstand high pressure, another adds elasticity to handle its rhythmic pulses, and the third offers a slick surface to reduce friction. Picture a highway adorned with a flexing, super slick Teflon coating. Meanwhile, various branching arteries emerge from the aorta, resembling a network of rivers that split into tributaries, efficiently channeling oxygenated blood throughout the body. Over the course of a lifetime, this remarkable artery will move enough blood to fill an entire ocean. That's right between pumping out blood and keeping things flowing smoothly. The aorta serves as both a conduit and a cushion. It's like the heart's very own express lane for life, ensuring that every part of you receives what it needs to thrive. But with all this heavy lifting, the aorta must remain flexible and clear. Any blockage could really put a damper on things. But wait, let's take a whimsical detour to our skin. Have you ever felt cold or experienced a sudden rush of emotion that made your skin prickle with goosebumps? Those tiny muscles attached to your hair follicles spring into action, pulling the hairs upright and delivering that delightful shivery sensation. In the animal kingdom, this neat trick helps conserve heat or make creatures appear larger to potential threats. Humans, on the other hand, experience this response as a charming keepsake. From our fur-clad ancestors, a mere shadow of a once useful trait. The whole process is orchestrated by the autonomic nervous system, responding to stress, chills, or a wave of emotion that hits you like a freight train. Fun fact, when those tiny muscles contract, they squeeze oil glands nearby, spreading protective oils across your skin. Suddenly, a fleeting emotion or a brisk gust of wind can dominate your skin, reminding you of an instinctive response deeply etched in your being. Like a flash from the past that makes you shiver just a tad. Now, let's talk about newborns. Did you know that babies start out with more bones than adults? Yep, that's right. As charmingly squishy bundles of joy, newborns come equipped with about 300 bones. As they grow, some of these bones gradually fuse together, giving adults a more streamlined total of 206. It's almost like they start their lives as little Lego sets, with all those extra pieces before the final building comes together. So future generations, do embrace that wiggly spine, because every cute little baby is not just a future heartbreak for their parents, but also the embodiment of fascinating anatomical wonders. When a baby enters the world, they're born with around 300 bones, a veritable treasure trove of little building blocks. As they grow, many of these bones play a game of hide and seek, eventually fusing together to create a sturdy framework. It's all thanks to flexible cartilage, which not only makes it easier for babies to squeeze through the birth canal, but also gives them the flexibility to wiggle around without fear of breaking. Throughout childhood, this bone fusing process continues, particularly in the skull and spine, where it's all about becoming a solid adult structure. This magical transformation is known as ossification, and it's like a backstage pass into how our bodies develop. If you thought you could count on one hand how many bones you have, think again. The body is a living, breathing masterpiece of evolving architecture, soft and plentiful at first, then strong and streamlined like a well-oiled machine. Now, let's pivot to the unsung hero of the digestive system, the appendix, long critiqued as the body's extra baggage. This little finger-shaped pouch extending from the large intestine has now taken on a more dignified role. Research is revealing that the appendix is not just lounging around, it's quietly serving as a reservoir for beneficial bacteria. So, the next time someone rolls their eyes at your appendix, tell them it's a VIP lounge for gut health. During illnesses or bouts of food poisoning, the appendix steps up to the plate, protecting and preserving these helpful microbes like a secret agent. After the digestive system's been thoroughly shaken, it's the appendix that allows the gut to repopulate, ensuring all that good bacteria isn't lost. With walls packed with immune cells, it contributes not only to our microbial balance but also our overall health. Moving on to the grand conductor of our bodily symphony, the brain, weighing in at a lightweight 3 pounds, The adult brain is a gelatinous wonder tucked away in the skull, housing the essence of who we are. Seriously, it's got everything from our wildest dreams to our most mundane memories simmering inside it. Can you believe that all your personality quirks and experiences are wrapped up in this squishy organ? The brain is not just a lump of tissue, it's a whirlwind of thoughts and sensations. Think of it as the ultimate cocktail party, where ideas bounce around, memories mingle, and dreams flirt with reality, all happening under the watchful gaze of our skull. Each person's brain is unique as a fingerprint, showcasing a one-of-a-kind spark of individual life that's as deliciously complex as your favorite dish. In the grand design of human anatomy, these parts may seem unrelated, but they're all in it together, weaving a tapestry of life experiences, from infants with their plentiful beginnings to the quietly resilient appendix and the majestic brain working tirelessly behind the scenes. Every component plays a vital role. Together, they embody the marvel that is humanity, an ever-evolving, intricately programmed masterpiece of life. Within that unassuming weight of our heads lies an astonishing 80 billion neurons, all busily communicating in a complex web. The cerebrum takes center stage, like the flashy celebrity at the brain party, while the cerebellum and brainstem dutifully handle coordination and essential functions in the background. Don't let the brain's modest size fool you. It's a high-energy diva, demanding 1/5 of the body's oxygen and glucose, all wrapped up in layers of protective membranes and cushioned by a fluid that acts like an efficient shock absorber. Look at the brain from afar, and you might assume it's silent and still, but inside, it's more like a rock concert. Electrical storms of activity light up its surface every second as thoughts, memories, and emotions zap through its neural highways. This tiny, yet immensely powerful mass is like a universe crammed into your head, dictating everything from your most profound thoughts to your goofy jokes. It packs a punch far beyond its appearance, a true marvel of nature. Now, let's talk faces, the very canvases of our identities. Did you know every single person out there is walking around with slight asymmetries? While we might imagine ourselves as symmetrical beauties, reality tells a cheeky story. One eye sits a smidge higher, or perhaps one nostril flares more dramatically when we laugh. These quirks emerge as we grow and shift a tad with age or our habitual grimaces, rather than flaws. They are the stamps of individuality that make each face uniquely expressive and endearing. Interestingly enough, a smidge of asymmetry can actually amp up our attractiveness. It adds a dash of life and character, steering clear of that unsettlingly perfect and plastic look. Our muscles create these subtle nuances, pulling and tugging in tiny ways to craft the micro-expressions that reveal emotion and authenticity. In a world where everyone is busy capturing their angles for social media, let's celebrate our faces as both masterpieces and signatures, unique reflections of who we are and what we've experienced. Now, let's divert our attention from our dazzling visages to the digestive superstar, the small intestine. This marvel stretches over 20 feet long and is lined with millions of tiny, finger-like villi that maximize nutrient absorption like a pro. Can you believe that after our food takes a spin in the stomach blender, it's the small intestine that really does the heavy lifting? Armed with enzymes and bile, it breaks down carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into digestible morsels before they hop aboard tiny blood vessels on their journey. The efficiency of the small intestine is downright impressive, extracting almost every useful bit from our meals with surgical precision. Those finger-like projections create an enormous surface area for nutrient capture, ensuring our bodies get what they need to function optimally, as the leftover materials saunter off into the large intestine. Rest assured that the small intestine has done its job brilliantly, working non-stop like a well-oiled machine to fuel our day, whether we're chasing adventure or just binge-watching our favorite shows. Together, the brain and small intestine throw quite the party for the body. One handles thoughts and emotions while the other powers our physical existence. With brains firing off torrents of electricity and intestines performing nutrient extraction like a digesting wizard, we're truly marvels of nature, all uniquely beautiful in our own ways. So here's to the complexity of who we are: smart, quirky, and powered up, ready to embrace the day. In the glorious realm of our intestines, cell replacement is an Olympic sport, occurring faster than gossip at a family gathering. Every few days, old cells are given the boot, making way for fresh talent in the absorption hall of fame. In this winding, twisty labyrinth, The context of chemistry and movement flawlessly waltz together, morphing life's raw elements into energy, structure, and even those profound thoughts that sometimes feel better suited for a nap instead of a coffee break. Ever taken a moment to appreciate your tongue? Honestly, each one is a work of art, uniquely crafted like snowflakes or hipster coffee blends. With its ridged surface covered in pili and taste buds, this meaty marvel boasts a one-of-a-kind pattern that makes it unmistakably yours. The shape, size, and texture all play a role in this quirky individuality, and believe it or not, researchers are buzzing about how tongue prints might outsmart fingerprints for identification, because why not add another layer of uniqueness to the human experience? But wait, there's more. Our tongues are not just pretty faces, they're multitasking champs. Picture, if you will, a delicious food festival where your tongue is the enthusiastic host, juggling speaking, chewing, swallowing, and tasting. A whole army of muscles coalesce to ensure that your tongue can dance gracefully while never losing its flow. It's constantly renewing itself like your favorite playlist, keeping everything fresh and ready for another round of culinary adventures. Diving deeper into our flesh and blood machines, the human body is practically a muscle orchestra, boasting over 600 instruments working together in a melodious symphony of movement, stability, and expression. Some muscles are the powerful bass notes, like the quadriceps that help you conquer that armchair throne, while others are delicate flutes, adjusting our eyes or shaping our smiles. Each muscle carries its own responsibilities, all connected to bones via tendons, effortlessly composing the sweetest of soundtracks from our lives. Did you know that even when you're utterly lethargic, your muscles are still on the job? They're like the unpaid interns of the body, maintaining posture and tension while sipping on energy reserves. With every thought that floats through your mind, these feisty fibers spring into action, converting electrical impulses sent by the nervous system into a captivating display of mechanical force. How's that for a body that refuses to sit still? Throughout our lives, each contraction of our muscles sends ripples through this living fabric, totaling billions of motions that stitch together our stories. From the delicate dance of a simple whisper to the robust stride of a triumphant walk, this marvelous network crafts the poetry of each movement, turning thoughts into action. With every brush of intent, our bodies have mastered the art of translating energy into motion gracefully, even when we've just tripped over our own shoelaces. So next time you take a second to marvel at the body's extraordinary feats, remember that you're essentially a vibrant, living masterpiece, a human sculpture of muscle and motion, orchestrating a constant flow of energy and individuality. Embrace the rhythm of your gut, the uniqueness of your tongue, and the powerhouse of muscles making it all happen, and strut through life like it's a fantastic dance party. Imagine your blood as a dense river of microscopic superheroes. With about 8% of your body weight, it plays a crucial role, consisting of a mix of plasma, red and white blood cells, and platelets. These little warriors swim tirelessly through an expansive network of vessels, fueling every organ and whisking away waste like efficient delivery vans. It's amazing to think all that essential business is conducted with about 5 liters of liquid torque about a lean operation. Those vibrant red blood cells are like Santa's delivery sleighs, carrying precious oxygen from the lungs to all the eager cells waiting for a breath of life. Meanwhile, the white blood cells are on high alert, acting as your body's bouncers, warding off anyone who dares to invade the premises. And don't forget the platelets, they're like the handyman, rushing to any damage and patching it up before a bigger disaster strikes. Together, it's nature's ultimate team, working in perfect harmony. Let's dive a bit deeper into the science pool. The plasma, which is mostly water, also contains a cocktail of proteins, salts, and hormones. This gooey mixture keeps everything inside you balanced, like a finely tuned orchestra. What's wild is how the flow of blood adjusts to what you're doing. If you're sprinting through the park or executing a flawless donut during your morning jog, your blood pumps faster, channeling energy where it's needed most. Whoosh. Now, our superhero saga wouldn't be complete without a bonus sidekick, iron. Yep, the same stuff that could be your next DIY nail project hangs out in your bloodstream. It's the secret weapon in hemoglobin, the molecule in red blood cells that grabs oxygen in the lungs and delivers it to tissues. Without that tiny amount of iron, just enough to make a small nail survival would be as improbable as a cat playing fetch. But here's the plot twist. Too much of this iron can turn from friend to foe. It's a delicate balance. Too little can leave you feeling like a deflated balloon, bringing on fatigue and weakness. Too much, and your organs might start cringing in horror. It's a high-stakes game of chemistry, reminding us just how interconnected we are with the Earth. The same iron that fuels us comes from deep within our planet's fiery core. So, next time you take a deep breath, think of your blood. With every heartbeat, the intricate dance of nutrients, cells, and even a touch of iron reminds you just how spectacular and lively your body truly is. It's a small world that carries a vast universe within, sustaining life and adventure every single day. A toast to the humble, hard-working blood that keeps this show on the road. Each foot is like a tiny factory, working tirelessly with its 26 bones and 33 joints collaborating seamlessly with over 100 muscles. When you step down, it's not just a flat landing, it's a complex ballet of engineering. These bones interlock perfectly, forming arches that absorb shock as if they're sponge-like superheroes. Ever noticed how they adapt from a smooth sidewalk to a rocky trail? Now that's flexibility. Gone are the days of clumsy movements. This intricate design ensures that every step you take is a smooth glide, thanks to the delicate balance of strength and suppleness. Believe it or not, your feet collectively carry the weight of you trekking several times around the globe over a lifetime. Each motion is a symphony played effortlessly, whether you're sprinting to catch a bus or daintily standing in line for coffee. Your nervous system works behind the scenes like an unsung hero, making adjustments with a kind of finesse that would put professional dancers to shame. But here's the kicker: despite being rough and tough, feet are sensitive to touch, housing thousands of nerve endings ready to react for balance. Talk about being in tune with the ground. It's our own personal connection to the earth. Meanwhile, we can't forget those little nail soldiers on our hands. If you take a closer look, you might find that the nails on your dominant hand are vying for attention, growing just a tad faster. What gives? It's all about increased blood circulation and cell activity prompted by more use. Don't underestimate the mighty matrix below each nail that keeps pushing out the older layers, reminding us that there's more than meets the eye. As it turns out, nail growth isn't uniform either. Your middle and ring fingers are subtly vying for nail supremacy, growing quicker than their shy cousins. Made of resilient keratin, yes, the same stuff that makes up hair and feathers. These nails are constantly responding to hormones and temperature. Who knew they could be so dramatic? Now, while nails might look like inert little shields defending our fingertips, they are recording a silent history of our well-being, stress levels, and environment. Each millimeter of growth tells a story, a timeline of life's ups and downs etched upon our hands. It's like living art that chronicles every gesture, reminding us how time reveals itself in the most unexpected ways. So next time you tie your shoes or gesture wildly while talking, think of the hard work your feet and nails are putting in behind the scenes. Together, these unsung heroes of anatomy ensure that every step and gesture is not just a movement but a vibrant part of your unique life story. Who knew our bodies held such a lively cast of characters ready to support us through every adventure? The brain isn't just some squishy mass, it's a memory powerhouse, potentially holding an astonishing several petabytes of information far beyond what any high-tech machine can muster. Imagine cramming millions of gigabytes into your head, enough to store every awkward moment from avoiding old friends at the supermarket, instead of neatly filing experiences away like a computer. Our brains create a dynamic web formed by associations, emotions, and sensory impressions. Each memory weaves together with others, united by repetition, which strengthens those neural connections in a dance called plasticity. It's like a dynamic dance party where the more you remember the sequence, the better and more complex your moves become. Forgetting isn't just a nuisance, it's a crucial part of the equation. Clearing out some old memories makes space for new ones, showing how adaptively our brains need to function to thrive in the whirlwind of life. Deep down, experiences tweak the very fabric of our mental landscape, forming intricate threads that tie our thoughts to emotions and meanings. It makes for a chaotic yet beautiful blend, where knowledge, habit, and creativity reside side by side. The real magic of memory isn't in how much it can store, but how much it can transform, constantly remixing those recollections into lasting patterns that shape who we are and who we could be. Moving down your body, let's chat about the spinal column. It's like a trusty security guard, protecting a cable of nerves that's about the size of a thumb. The spinal cord runs through the sturdy vertebral column, carrying millions of signals faster than a text from your bestie. connecting your central nervous system to the various body parts. Talk about a lifeline. The vertebrae are like a fortress, providing the necessary armor, while the spinal discs act like shock absorbers, so you can enjoy that surprise dance off without a hitch. But mess up this vital structure, and you could interrupt all communication below the injury. Yikes. The spinal cord's interior gray matter handles reflexes, like when someone unexpectedly waves a rubber chicken in your face. Meanwhile, the outer white matter is the speedy messenger, coated in myelin, transporting impulses like your morning coffee runs. It's essentially a narrow column of living wires, protecting your body while allowing thoughts to escape and sensations to make their way back home. Now, let's turn our musical ears to the impressive workings of the human ear. This fantastic organ can detect frequencies ranging from 20 to an astounding 20,000 hertz. Talk about being a fan of sound. Your ear takes those invisible air vibrations and transforms them into sound waves that paint the world around you. The outer ear is not just for decoration. It captures those waves and funnels them toward the eardrum, ready for all those catchy tunes and random sound bites life throws at you. So, as you can see, both the brain and the body work in harmonious concert to create experiences and memories. Together, they build the connections that help us navigate life's unpredictable soundtrack, turning every laugh, regret, and awkward moment into a cherished thread in the fabric of existence. Just think of it as a dazzling symphony of sensory delights, making your life a lively and unforgettable performance. The ear is a marvel of evolution, a sound-sensing machine that takes vibrations and translates them into nerve impulses. The bones in the middle ear deliver these vibrations to the cochlea, where a splash of fluid and delicate hair cells get to work. Each type of hair cell responds to different pitches, allowing your brain to create a symphony in its own right, like a well-tuned piano mapping out all those sweet melodic notes. It's no wonder we hear human voices best in that cozy mid-range. But don't think your ears are just here to fill the silence. They grow old gracefully, albeit with some tweaks. Over the years, aging and rock concert exposure might trim down the higher end of our hearing range. Yet the ear is impressively resilient, still picking up the subtle sounds of life, from a baby's giggle to the whisk of a cat's tail. This ear enchantment embraces everything from music to soft-spoken sweet nothings, all weaving together our emotional tapestry. Now, let's dive into the watery world of tears, the liquid gold of emotional expression. Did you know that not all tears are created equal? Those tears rolling down your cheek when you're chopping onions are vastly different from the ones shed out of joy or sadness. The latter packs a punch with hormones and proteins that battle stress and elevate mood, helping to make us feel a little lighter while connecting us to others in a beautifully messy way. Tears originate from the lacrimal glands and make a grand splash across the eyes to clean and hydrate like the best natural eye drops out there. But don't be fooled, they're also a peek into our emotional lives. Scientists have mashed up crying with evolution, suggesting it's our body's sophisticated way of showing vulnerability and inviting a shoulder to lean on, whether it's laughter or sorrow. Those glistening pearls reveal the delicate chemistry of our feelings, creating a bridge from heart to humanity. Speaking of delicate, have you ever considered the lips? These treasures of the face are surprisingly thin, sporting a mere few cell layers that leave them ultra-sensitive and visually charming. The translucent cover allows blood vessels to shine through, giving them their distinctive hue. Their paper-thin epidermis is not only an aesthetic choice but also a functional one. It keeps your lips primed for all kinds of sensory adventures. With no sweat glands or oil-producing buddies like the rest of your skin, lips can get parched easily. They rely on a quick sip of saliva or a dab of your favorite lip balm for hydration. Although it sounds like a hassle, this lack of shielding makes them super reactive to temperature and touch, heightening our sensory experience. You just can't beat that amazing feeling of a soft kiss or even the simple pleasure of biting into a juicy apple. So, the next time you're enjoying a cutting-edge symphony of sound, navigating through a sea of emotions, or indulging in some sweet treat, take a moment to appreciate the extraordinary machinery at work. From the cochlea's decoding of vibrations to the emotional whispers shared through tears and the luscious feel of your lips, each aspect tells a vibrant story about the beauty of being human. Cheers to the body's remarkable design, it's a concert of senses. Lips, often overlooked, play a vital role in communication. Their delicate architecture makes them incredibly soft and sensitive, which is ideal for forming expressions and sounds. It's fascinating how that vulnerable nature contributes to transmitting emotions. Just a small movement of these tender lips can convey a wide range of feelings, transforming a simple smile or pout into a powerful tool for human interaction. Next up, the stomach, a real heavyweight champion of the body. It's like a culinary factory, replacing its lining every few days to protect itself from its own dangerous acids. Imagine being able to digest food with the same fierce substances that could devour you whole. But don't fret, the stomach comes equipped with a clever defense system, a mucus layer that's renewed regularly. This rapid turnover ensures ongoing protection while keeping digestion efficient and cravings in check. But hold on, when stress or infection kicks in, the protective barrier may falter, leading to unpleasantness like ulcers. It's a real balancing act, showcasing the stomach's dual nature. It's both destructive and innovative. What a remarkable organ, surviving its own corrosive capabilities through a constant cycle of rebirth. The gastric acrobatics demonstrate that even within chaos, a system can thrive. Shifting our focus to the eyes, did you know they dart around an astonishing 100,000 times daily? Even if you think you're just staring off into space, those peepers are busily making tiny adjustments in a dance of sorts, known as saccades. Each blink and flicker helps refresh the images seen by your retina, creating a fluid view of the world. It's pretty wild how our brains then work their magic, blending all those distinct glimpses into a smooth perception. These little eye movements are a whirlwind of activity, balancing focus while tracking and stabilizing what's in front of us. And it's not merely mechanical. These motions reflect our emotional state too, showing curiosity, surprise, or even those sleepy vibes when we've had too long of a day. It's stunning to think that behind every glance is a beautiful choreography of muscles and thoughts, tirelessly flicking across visual landscapes to keep us aware and engaged. Let's not forget about the lungs. The left lung is a bit shy, being slightly smaller than the right. Why? To cozy up to the heart, of course. Inside your chest, symmetry is sacrificed for the sake of functionality. It's like a slightly lopsided ballet performance, where practicality takes the lead. These minor adjustments ensure everything fits just right, allowing the body to do its thing efficiently without missing a beat. Our bodies have their quirks, and one fascinating fact is how our heart leans slightly to the left. This interesting little tilt means that the left lung is smaller, sporting just 2 lobes compared to the right's 3. This anatomical hiccup provides precious real estate for our heart to do its thing. Meanwhile, the 2 spongy lungs, flourishing with 1,000,000 alveoli, are busy exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide with each inhale. Talk about teamwork, even with their size difference. The left lung's airways compensate beautifully, ensuring our breath keeps flowing seamlessly around 20,000 times a day. Diving deeper into our veins, we find that our blood is a fiery shade of red, and it's all thanks to hemoglobin, the oxygen-carrying superstar of red blood cells. Each hemoglobin molecule is a clever little build, with iron atoms at its core, giving blood its vibrant hue when oxygen attaches, and when the oxygen is handed off to nearby tissues, blood darkens, becoming a deeper crimson. This transformation is what makes veins appear bluish beneath the skin, courtesy of light scattering. It's a whimsical illusion, showing just how intricately chemistry and biology dance together inside us. Without this delicate yet robust bond between iron and oxygen, we'd be in dire straits. The efficiency of oxygen transport hinges on this relationship, linking the very essence of life with earthly elements. Each heartbeat pulses with energy, a vibrant fusion of metal meeting air, fueling our metabolism. It's a spectacular performance happening within, a choreography of life that bridges the organic and the elemental, demonstrating how fundamentally intertwined we are with the world around us. And when we look at our bones, they might appear strong and sturdy, but did you know they're hollow? Curious as that sounds, this structure is a stroke of natural genius. The outer layer, called cortical bone, creates a dense shield, while the hollow center filled with marrow keeps the weight in check and nurtures blood-forming tissue. This clever design allows us to bear heavy weights without compromising flexibility or strength. Think of it as nature's own version of high-tech engineering. Moreover, inside our bones is a latticework of trabecular bone, kind of like a well-crafted scaffolding that evenly distributes stress. This feature means that even under enormous pressure, our bones stay intact. It's no wonder that by weight, bones are actually tougher than concrete. wielding impressive capabilities while also being light as a feather. It's that balance of resilience and agility that keeps us both stable and sprightly. And don't forget the vital role of those hollows. They're not just for show, they provide pathways for blood vessels and nerves, ensuring that every living tissue within gets the nourishment it craves. Bones truly are a masterclass in biological design, encapsulating strength and lightness while housing the very essence of life itself. So next time you think about a bone, remember it's not just a hard lump. It's a dynamic powerhouse in our bustling anatomy. Bones are like that friend who can't help but redecorate their home every few years, always changing yet somehow holding everything together. Over time, they're continuously remodeling themselves, breaking down old materials, and crafting new ones to adapt to our ever-changing demands. This clever balancing act proves that you don't need sheer mass to be strong. It's all about a smart design that combines lightness and durability. Bone architecture at its finest. Now, let's talk about the body's impressive balance system, a true unsung hero. It can detect movements smaller than a grain of sand. Deep within the inner ear lies the vestibular system, which is a snazzy little structure at the helm of detecting motion. It houses tiny crystals called otoliths just chilling on hair cells in fluid-filled rooms, ready to spring into action whenever you move your head, when you tilt or turn. Gravity shifts these crystals, bending those unsuspecting hair cells and sending messages zipping off to your brain like a high-speed text. This brilliant system is like your very own GPS. But for balance, of course, it works tirelessly, discreetly ensuring you don't tip over while sprinting to catch the bus or navigating through a dark room. It processes information from your eyes and muscles, working in harmony to keep you upright even when your equilibrium feels like it's playing hide and seek. The dizzy feeling after spinning around, yep, that's just the fluid in your inner ear continuing its dance long after you've stopped, giving you a real spin on how motion truly works. Did you know that your skeleton isn't as permanent as it looks? It surprises many. But the skeleton is a dynamic, ever-changing structure, renewing itself completely around every 10 years. While it may appear fixed, specialized cells called osteoclasts are constantly busy breaking down old bone tissue. Meanwhile, osteoblasts are just as hard at work, constructing fresh new bone to take its place. Talk about a construction crew that never takes a day off. The remodeling process is tailored to your lifestyle, responding to stress, nutrition, and hormonal changes. That means your bones are always adapting to be strong and flexible, like a yoga instructor balancing on one leg. The rate at which this renewal happens varies across your body. For example, weight-bearing bones get their remodeling groove on faster than others. It's kind of like a refresh rate for your skeleton, keeping it healthy and ready for action. In about a decade, nearly every molecule in your bones is swapped out, meaning you get to strut around with a completely fresh skeletal framework without even realizing it. Each step you take is a tiny architectural feat shaping and reshaping your bone structure. So, your bones are a living archive of every time you stumbled on the sidewalk or danced at a party, an intricate tapestry woven over time through pressure and that relentless, unseen effort of renewal. Finally, let's not overlook the liquid gold flowing through your veins. Blood. An adult body holds about 5 liters of the stuff, which circulates tirelessly through every organ and tissue. This essential lifeblood keeps everything working smoothly, kind of like the ultimate delivery service, ensuring the right nutrients and oxygen reach all corners of your marvelous body. So, raise a glass to your bones and blood. The dynamic duo working hard to keep you feeling amazing. With a dazzling finesse, our bloodstream runs a well-organized operation, pumping oxygen and nutrients without breaking a sweat. Imagine it as a 5-liter jug that shares the good stuff around the body in just a minute. When it's time to party or work out, this red fluid turns the volume up, racing through the arteries, while during those cozy Netflix marathons, it eases up, saving energy like a savvy couch potato. Talk about dynamic multitasking. Thanks to clever hydration ninja moves and altitude adjustments, blood volume dances in harmony, ensuring pressure remains stable. This seemingly humble crimson elixir is more than meets the eye. It's like an undercover agent, carrying hormones, immune cells, and messages back and forth like an enthusiastic courier between organ buddies. And let's not forget its trusty sidekicks, the liver and kidneys, are always on the job, filtering the flow and keeping everything fresh. The liver. It's like the ultimate energy manager, tucked away under your ribs and ready to spring into action. Imagine it as a sugar bank, storing sweet treats to keep the body fueled. After a meal, it happily gobbles up glucose, storing it as glycogen, the compact superhero of sugar. When it's time to fast or dream, our liver dives into its stash, releasing glucose back into the bloodstream. It's a perfect balance that stops you from feeling like a zombie midway through your day. Hormones, such as insulin and glucagon, are the liver's trusty assistants, responding to the body's ever-changing energy needs. They keep everything running smoothly, ensuring that energy levels don't nosedive during a drama-filled day or a peaceful nap. With its ability to seamlessly switch from storage to supply mode, this organ proves to be one of our best multitasking buddies. It's no wonder every flicker of thought and muscle action relies on this quiet powerhouse. And speaking of protective roles, let's not overlook those fabulous eyelashes. These delicate little sentinels frame our eyes like high fashion guards, performing a crucial service. Each lash emerges from its follicle, expertly curving outward to intercept dust, particles, and rogue droplets before they invade our precious peepers. They don't just sit pretty, they create a fortress that limits airflow, keeping our corneas nice and moist. But there's more. Eyelashes are so attuned to their guardian duties that when something dares to intrude, they trigger a reflex blink faster than a superhero's reaction time, growing in little cycles of about 3 months. They know when to say goodbye and make way for new, fresh lashes. Oil secreted from sebaceous glands at their base ensures these glamorous friends stay flexible and don't clump together like an unkempt hair gel disaster. So, whether it's the liver tactically balancing your body's energy while navigating life's ups and downs, or those lovely lashes warding off unwelcome invaders, your body is truly a marvel of cooperation and adaptation. Together, they carry on a silent symphony of metabolic magic, allowing you to experience life's sweetest moments without missing a beat. Lashes do more than adorn our eyes. They are tiny wands of emotional amplification, turning an average glance into a powerful communication tool. These little filaments are like nature's first-class ticket to beauty, merging functionality and elegance in one tender stroke. How did evolution even think of that? It's fascinating to see how something so small plays such a big role in expressing what we feel. With just a flutter or batting of the lashes, we can convey a wealth of meaning. Now let's take a detour to the surface of our skin, a universe peppered with microscopic residents living harmoniously like a bustling city. The skin microbiome is an uncharted wonderland of bacteria, fungi, and mites, providing an ecosystem that's changed with every sip of coffee we take. On your oily T-zone, you'll find those oil-loving dwellers partying it up, while drier areas of your limbs host a more chilled-out crew. Each section thrives on its unique vibe, carving out its own place in our body. But wait, it's not just a wild west out there. The skin microbiome has a purpose that goes beyond being a nuisance. These tiny tenants have formed protective alliances with our immune system, working in sync to fend off potential threats. They don't just play defense, they produce crucial substances that help maintain the skin's barrier. With age, climate changes, and our skincare habits, the microbiome's composition does a little dance, adapting as necessary while also returning to its personal comfort zone, just like an old friend who knows your quirks. Venturing beneath the skin, let's check out the kidneys, a concert of a million tiny filters known as nephrons, all partying in a palm-sized apartment. As blood makes its way into these nifty glomeruli, the pressure kicks things into gear, pushing water and small molecules through a very delicate capsule. It's like a high-stakes game of hide and seek where the body retains only what it truly requires, while everything else heads toward the great toilet bowl of disposal. Talk about a glamorous exit. These nephrons are no ordinary workers. They work round the clock like caffeinated baristas, adjusting their filter actions minute by minute based on demand. Sodium and water are sent back into circulation with precision. Meanwhile, waste products like urea continue their journey forward, ready to be transformed into the beautiful, fragrant urine we all know and love. If the body craves balance, the kidneys wear the title of master chemists, concocting just the right recipe for equilibrium to keep everything running smoothly. Speaking of smooth operations, did you know that the average adult takes about 20,000 breaths daily? That's right, our bodies pull off this remarkable feat without even blinking. Every few seconds, air flows in and out, creating a rhythmic dance that's simultaneously enchanting and vital. Each breath is charged with energy, pumping life into our very beings. Forget yoga, this is the ultimate groove, perfectly choreographed by our respiratory system as it knows just how to keep the beat going. All on autopilot. The diaphragm takes center stage as it descends, ribcage get a tiny lift, and lo and behold, the lungs take a big gulp of oxygen-rich goodness. Then, like a well-trained performer, the lungs spring back for an impressive exit of carbon dioxide with every exhale. This intricate dance of breathing changes rhythm when we sleep, get all worked up, or unleash a burst of energy, yet it chugs along faithfully, never skipping a beat in the background of life. Inside the lungs, gases engage in a delicate waltz across a thin film, where they slip and slide with ease. The show-stopping red blood cells catch the oxygen and whisk it away to the tissues that are practically begging for nourishment. Breathing isn't just about oxygen though, it's a nifty nervous system tuner too. A few slow, deep breaths can calm a racing heart, while quick, shallow ones get those muscles flexing and ready for action. Each inhale comes with a bouquet of scents and sensations, painting the moment with delightful colors, while every exhale carries whispers of all the body's recent activities. Over the course of a single day, we take thousands of these breaths like gentle waves lapping on the shore of our daily lives, marking time, memory, and experience. It's amazing to think about how something so automatic can play such a huge role in who we are and how we feel. Now let's talk teeth, the chompers of champions. Believe it or not, human teeth are as tough as the jaws of a shark when it comes to density. Sure, sharks showcase their mesmerizing jaws with a fearsome flair, but their tooth material doesn't outshine human enamel in the strength department. This protective layer, rich in minerals, is like a superhero cape for each tooth, fiercely resisting wear and tear. What lies beneath this sparkling enamel is dentin, a softer, shock-absorbing layer that supports the brittle upper crust. It's like a trusty sidekick. Together, they form an unstoppable duo that can handle all sorts of chomping, tearing, and grinding without batting an eye. And don't forget saliva, our glossy, slippery friend that keeps everything in check, buffers those pesky acids, and even knows how to repair minor damages along the way. But wait, teeth come with a twist. They can't regenerate like bones. That's why taking care of them is mission critical. With proper alignment and healthy gums, these little marvels of natural engineering can endure decades of tasty meals, hearty laughs, and dazzling smiles, all while staying functional and fabulous. So, let's raise our glasses to the unsung heroes of our mouth. And now, buckle up as we glide down to the hip joint. This is one joint that can really take a beating. At the junction of the thigh and pelvis, there's a rounded head, fitting snugly into a deep cup lined with smooth, gliding cartilage. You see that ball and socket architecture? That's not just for show. It's designed to spread forces over a broad surface, allowing this joint to bear heavy loads and still bust a move with an impressive range of motion. Who knew our hips were so versatile? They truly are the living embodiment of strength and flexibility. Synovial fluid is the unsung hero of your joints, gliding smoother than your favorite dance partner on a well-waxed floor. This clear, slippery juice coats the surfaces of bones, reducing friction to the point where they can slide effortlessly past each other. Meanwhile, strong ligaments and hefty muscles step in to keep everything steady during your everyday adventures. From walking to running, or scaling the tallest mountain, or the stairs, let's be real. The design of the hip joint is nothing short of genius. With its cleverly angled neck distributing weight like a pro, it not only minimizes stress during each step but also smartly adapts over time. The bones remodel themselves based on pressure patterns, fortifying areas that do the heavy lifting. With such a well-tuned system, the hip can dance its way through a lifetime of movement, showcasing the beautiful partnership between structure and biology. Now, let's talk about the rib cage's choreography when you take a breath. When you inhale, your ribs swing out, expanding your chest like an accordion. They pivot at their joints, lifting and rotating as the intercostal muscles flex like a well-rehearsed muscle show. The diaphragm contributes to this grand performance by moving down like a flexible stage, creating more room for those lungs to swell with air without breaking a sweat. Exhaling, however, is a whole different story. The muscles that worked so hard start to chill out, and the elastic tissues rebound like a rubber band, allowing your ribs to relax back into their cozy, resting positions. Each region of the rib cage has its role in this ballet, adapting to your posture and activity du jour. While the left side accommodates the heart's need for space, it's like a quiet dance that's hard to notice. But you can feel it if you place your hand on your chest and breathe deeply. And speaking of hearts, they're not just love machines, they create a measurable magnetic field with each thump. Every heartbeat sends electrical currents surging through the cardiac muscle, generating a magnetic field that reaches out beyond your chest, almost like it's waving to the universe. Though it's faint compared to the noise of everyday life, it holds vital information about how signals travel through the heart's intricate pathways. Remarkably, sensitive instruments can pick up this magnetic whisper without even touching you. Changes in the heartbeat's rhythm or direction can signal stress or areas that might need a little TLC, making this field quite the informative little phenomenon. This isn't just a heart thing. All electrical activity creates magnetic patterns, but the heart's steady pulsing makes it especially noteworthy and easy to detect, reminding us of our miraculous bodies and their ingenious designs. Living beings are electric little bundles, buzzing with current and magnetism, dancing harmoniously to keep us alive. Inside the sanctuary of our chest, this intricate dance fuels circulation, and surprisingly, it all starts with our eyes. Those little orbs can move at lightning speed, darting from one point to another. They're equipped with 6 masterful muscles that coordinate movements so well it's like an Olympic relay team, delivering stunning precision. Eyes have a knack for shifting positions in the blink of an eye, literally. It's a rapid-fire process that leaves other muscles in the dust. The brain's like the star coach, constantly planning and predicting where to catch the next glance. Those tiny tremors, they help keep the image on the retina fresh and sharp. And even with all that zippy action, these muscles can stabilize focus on a still object as your head swivels around. It's a glorious balance that makes everything from bird-watching to reading feel as breezy as a summer afternoon. But our marvels don't stop at the eyes. Nestled at the base of our neck is that seemingly delicate butterfly-shaped thyroid gland, the grim reaper of metabolism. Just kidding. It's actually a heroic little powerhouse responsible for releasing hormones that dictate how quickly cells transform nutrients into energy. When everything's in order, we're cruising along with perfect temperature and heart rate, feeling just peachy. But throw an imbalance into the mix, and suddenly it's like life has skipped a beat. Speaking of our sneaky thyroid, it's quite the multitasker. It adjusts hormone output based on life's twists and turns cranking things up during growth spurts or pregnancy while dialing it down during stressful moments. That little gland can stir the pot, sending ripples through mood, weight, and concentration like a maestro conducting a symphony. Who knew such a small organ could pack such a punch? It's an impressive feat of chemistry and coordination that keeps our internal clock ticking in harmony. And let's not forget the jawbone, the toughest bone among the crowd. The mandible is a champ when it comes to chomping down on food, made to withstand serious pressure. Its dense outer layer is a fortress against bending, while the internal structure masterfully orchestrates stress distribution. Each bite is a testament to its strength and resilience, designed to keep us munching without a hiccup. Together, these systems create a marvelously orchestrated symphony inside us, with everything working in tandem, from the dazzling speed of eye movements to the impeccable regulation of the thyroid and the strength of our jawbone. It's a reminder that our bodies are intricate pieces of art. Each part plays a critical role, contributing to the grand performance we call life, full of delightful distractions and energy. Keep it up, body. Teeth firmly anchor into sockets like castles perched atop rugged hills, and the jawbone is a tireless remodeler, reshaping itself to keep pace with the daily brawls of chewing. You can imagine the teeth getting worn down like seasoned warriors, having a tough workout lifting and positioning themselves thousands of times a day. This jaw and skull joint is a marvel, swinging from a soft whisper to a bone-crushing bite while maintaining that delicate balance, hard yet adaptable, too brittle, and you'd be the one counting your meals, too soft, and you'd be sporting a jaw like a gummy bear. The mandible doesn't just rely on brute strength. It's an architectural wonder that has evolved just for this. Thanks to its clever design, the jawbone gracefully adapts to the daily wear and tear of munching on everything from crunchy apples to sticky caramels. When you take a bite, think of the jaw as conducting an orchestra, harmonizing precise movements with sheer power. Majestic. It's all about resilience, showcasing how properly designed structures can outlast any cookie crunchy showdown. Shifting gears to the brain, let's talk about the cerebellum, not just the hiccup at the back of your noggin, but a well-organized control center for all your movements. Picture it as a highly skilled coach, calling the shots during a fast-paced game of catch, ensuring your hand doesn't just flop around like a fish out of water when reaching for that glass of water. It's the behind-the-scenes MVP that fine-tunes your actions, makes you the smooth salsa dancer at parties, and keeps your speech flowing seamlessly like a well-oiled machine. But what if this area suffers damage? Then, my friend, your once fluid movements may turn into erratic scribbles. The cerebellum is a maestro, transforming chaos into symphonies of movement. So you can text with one hand while balancing a coffee cup in the other. Errors turn into successes, and what used to be a bouncy gallop becomes a jumble of missteps. It's truly the brain's performance enhancer, because a little wobble in your walk could send your date sprawling. Now, let's flip the page to a different part of our brain, where the white matter hangs out. Think of it as communication's super-fast highway. This fatty coat on nerve fibers means neurons are zipping around, passing crucial info faster than a gossip mill at a high school reunion. Those long axons wrapped in myelin are like the fancy insulation on a power cord, making sure the messages tripping down these pathways reach their destination at lightning speed. But here's the kicker: the faster this white matter can relay information, the quicker you respond like a ninja dodging a flying cupcake during a birthday party. As we grow and practice, this myelin cranks up the volume on frequently used neural pathways, making them stronger and reducing your reaction time. It's a bit like upgrading your internet connection. Faster processing means you're quick on your feet during those awkward conversations or when you spy a dessert buffet. In a nutshell, our bodies are a fine-tuned symphony of bone and brain, with every component playing its part in harmony. The mandible and cerebellum work together seamlessly, balancing power with finesse. Whether you're munching on chips or mastering the art of juggling, this extraordinary collaboration fills our lives with unexpected delights and helps us navigate everything from talks to thrills. So next time you reach for another slice of pizza, just think of how many clever systems are in play to make that happen. Even as we step into adulthood, our brains are buzzing with activity and learning, transforming networks like busy highways weaving beneath the cortex. Imagine them as an efficient postal service, delivering thoughts, memories, and actions straight to the brain's processing center. Without these pathways, thinking would be about as smooth as a snail race, but when they're in full swing, ideas arrive precisely on time, ready to wow us at every twist and turn of life. Now, let's take a peek at the eye, where the cornea pulls off a phenomenal party trick of self-regeneration. Just a few days in and tardier, new outer cells line the clear front window that lets light stream through to our brains. It's like a perpetual spa day. Stem-like cells at the edges are always churning out fresh layers, stepping right into the limelight like celebrity standard. The eye's tears are the unsung heroes of oxygen and nutrient delivery. And don't even get me started on blinking. There's a gracefulness to it, like a ballet dancer making sure everything stays in perfect order. And speaking of order, even minor scratches could cause chaos, blurring our view of the world. So, here's the kicker. The eye has an elaborate repair system that realigns new cells like a precision crew. This beautifully coordinated effort ensures that the cornea holds its perfect curvature, bending light just right for our lenses and retinas to transform into breathtaking images. It's like a self-polishing window, offering us crystal clear views while we hustle through life. But let's not forget about our trusty skeleton, holding about half of our body's calcium supply. It's like a secretive mineral vault, always ready to lend a helping hand when needed. The magic of calcium bestows strength upon our bones while also keeping our nerves and muscles firing on all cylinders. Our body's hormones are the diligent bankers monitoring these levels, signaling bone cells to let calcium flow or stash it away like a pro stock trader. Mechanical stress plays a big role, too. Just like a muscle needs its workout, bones thrive and thicken under regular loads, becoming as dense as a frugal squirrel with its nut stash. Conversely, neglected bones lose minerals quicker than a dog chasing its tail. If everything operates harmoniously, our skeletal framework remains robust, and that calcium bank stays nicely balanced. But when the scales tip, fragility can sneakily creep in. Next up is the pancreas, that unsung organ nestled behind the stomach, our digestive diva. This slender powerhouse pulls double duty. One part is all about enzymes, preparing fats, proteins, and carbs for their absorption party in the small intestine. Meanwhile, its hormonal side releases insulin and glucagon to regulate blood sugar, keeping everything cruising smoothly. It's like having a dynamic duo ready to tackle digestion and metabolism with flair. It turns out that our bodies are choreographed masterpieces, balancing dance between various organs and systems. The coordinated harmony of activity, nutrition, and repair ensures we march through life with a skip in our steps. From our self-cleaning corneas to the diligent calcium management of our bones and the digestive finesse of our pancreas. It's clear that every part plays a starring role in this wild and wonderful adventure we call life. Timing in the body is everything. Just like a well-tuned orchestra, your digestive system has a rhythm all its own. Enzymes unleash themselves like confetti at a party the moment food arrives, while hormones dance to the beat of rising and falling glucose levels. Hopes rest on the little ducts that ferry these secretions to where they're needed. When all these players are in sync, digestion flows smoothly, making energy levels feel as steady as a rock concert's rhythm. Imagine your fingertips as tiny detectives. Each one is packed with about 3,000 touch receptors. That means your fingers can read the world around them with more clarity than a binocular-wielding birdwatcher. Some receptors wake up with gentle pressure, while others buzz for vibrations, and a few even sense those tiny, sneaky changes in skin stretch. Together, they form an intricate landscape of textures, shapes, and movements, giving you a tactile map to navigate your world. But that's not all. Your fingerprints are like nature's grip enhancers, with their glorious ridges amplifying vibrations and improving your ability to hold onto things. You can pick up that fragile glass without a second thought or feel that sneaky thread snagging on a rough edge, all thanks to those speedy nerve signals zipping to your brain in record time. Focus even sharper, and you turn touch into a nuanced language, fusing the physical with mental intentions. Now, let's venture just a bit deeper into the body. Off to the left side of your abdomen lies the spleen, your own personal emergency blood bank. This squishy organ works tirelessly, filtering out the redundant old red blood cells while doubling as a sentinel housing immune warriors ready to pounce on infections. It's constantly on high alert and can kick out extra blood on demand, like a bar bouncer with a sudden influx of patrons. Think of your spleen as both a warehouse and a security checkpoint, maintaining order in the bloodstream. When your body experiences stress or injury, this little dynamo knows just when to contract its smooth muscles, boosting your oxygen-carrying capacity right when you need it the most. It's like having an on-call deep-breathing yoga instructor living inside you, keeping everything steady. And speaking of stress, perched just above each kidney are the adrenal glands. These aren't your typical caps. They're like tiny guardians releasing a surge of stress hormones. Whether the situation is immediate, like a surprise text from your ex, or a long-term challenge, these power-packed glands jump into action. They ensure you're ready to tackle whatever life throws your way, be it a final exam or a delayed coffee order. All these systems work as an interconnected web, ready to adapt and keep you performing at your best. Your body is an astonishing machine, crafted with exquisite detail, where every part plays a vital role in maintaining balance and handling life's challenges with finesse. So, the next time you're navigating through the demands of your day, remember the unsung heroes like your spleen and adrenal glands working behind the scenes, your very own superhero squad. Inside our bodies, adrenaline and its buddies are like a supercharged team, ready to kick things into high gear. When danger calls or excitement strikes, this hormone squad swings into action, cranking up our heart rate and throwing those airways wide open for maximum oxygen flow. It's like turning your body into a high-performance engine, prepping those muscles for action in just seconds. Beyond the thrill, these hormones also have a chill side, keeping our daily lives in tune and aiding recovery. Talk about versatility. Let's chat about lungs for a second. They're not just organs, they're buoyant beauty queens. Thanks to the air they contain, fresh lungs can float like a feather on water. Their spongy architecture is loaded with millions of tiny air sacs that stay partially inflated even between breaths, preventing collapse like a defiant balloon. It's a design that resembles a little tree, with airy branches ending in bubble clusters. The walls between the air and blood are like super stealthy secret agents, making sure oxygen gets in and carbon dioxide gets out. Talk about efficient. Speaking of cool designs, cartilage is the unsung hero of our flexible features. Ever wonder how your ears and nose keep their shape without being ice-cold hard? That's cartilage doing its magic. This smooth, springy material supports our outer ear and the tip of our nose, allowing them to bend yet bounce right back into form. It lines our joints too, reducing friction for smooth movement, almost like a well-oiled machine. Who knew we had built-in mechanics? But wait, cartilage has its own quirks. This nifty tissue lacks blood vessels in the smoothest areas. Instead, it absorbs nutrients from surrounding fluids. It's like a sponge soaked in goodness. This unique design keeps things low maintenance while ensuring longevity after all. No one wants creaky joints. Special cells embedded within cartilage watch for pressure changes and kick into gear to maintain the health of these pliable structures. It's all about bending without breaking. Before we get lost in the science, remember that these biological wonders do more than just work efficiently. They transform our experiences. Adrenaline gets us pumped for that surprise party. Our lungs allow us to magically fill the room with laughter, and cartilage adds that extra spring to our step. It's like having a perfect blend of excitement and comfort all inside us, giving us the tools to thrive. So next time you're running late and your heart's racing, or you're diving into that huge wave, think about the amazing inner workings keeping you afloat literally. Our body is a dynamic dance of hormones, respiration, and flexible tissues, all harmonizing to create a symphony of life. It's the perfect combination of strength and adaptability, just waiting for us to discover its beauty and magic. Who knew biology could be so engaging? The collarbone, the unsung hero of our skeletal system. You see, this delicate little bone is the first to make its grand entrance during our embryonic development, popping up while we're still a tiny ball of cells. It's like that eager friend who shows up to the party too early, linking the breastbone to the shoulder blade and perfectly anchoring our upper limbs. Just imagine those little arms, flailing around in the womb with impressive freedom, thanks to this swift structural marvel. Getting the party started. But wait, there's more. This slender bone is no lightweight, it endures a ton of tension, especially when we decide to channel our inner Hercules and lift something heavy. Think of it as a fashionable strut. It keeps our shoulders wide and the chest flexible. It's enduring, yet graceful, a real multitasker that's been evolving since ancient times. Adapting while proving its worth by aiding in everything from posture to that perfect wave we give when we spot someone across the street. Moving from bones to the magical realm of touch, our skin is a bustling hub of electricity. Yes, you heard that right. Every single touch sends out a faint electrical signal, like tiny sparks of joy lighting up a neural dance floor. Specialized receptors are the party hosts, opening channels for ions to flow and generating impulses that race at lightning speed to our brain. It's all about the rhythm here, as each receptor type encodes a different sensory detail, so we can appreciate everything, from delicate raindrops to thorns. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate just how organized this sensory symphony is. Picture this. Even the lightest brush against your skin sends a beautiful voltage ripple cascading through your body, whispering secrets to your brain. Those profound yet tiny signals convey rich information about texture, force, and oh so slight movements in the air. Talk about an electricity-driven conversation with the world outside. Every soft touch, from holding that ice-cold drink to feeling the breeze, is elegant proof we're living in a vibrant, sensory wonderland. And speaking of wonderlands, let's take a trip to our taste buds. The tongue is a magical surface, and it's not just a pretty face, it's adorned with thousands of tiny bumps called papillae. Nestled within these mini mountains are clusters of taste buds, each containing sensory cells finely tuned to recognize one of the 5 taste categories: sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami. Imagine a culinary concert happening right on your tongue, with each taste bud playing its part in the flavorful symphony of food. In this delightful context, our culinary experiences become a multisensory affair. Every bite you take is like being transported to a flavor festival, where various tastes mingle and dance together, leaving your taste buds begging for more. With every sensation of sweetness from chocolate or the burst of sourness from a lemon, you're not just tasting, you're experiencing life in technicolor. So, next time you're indulging in your favorite treat, remember the orchestra of taste buds making it all happen, your very own party in every morsel. Every week or two, those clever little cells in your mouth renew themselves, like a jaw-dropping cosmic cycle of refreshing flavor. Imagine a culinary jazz band where chemistry jives with a spark of electricity. When tasty morsels dissolve in your spit and bind to receptors, it's like sending an electrifying signal to your brain. That's where taste and smell join forces to create flavor fireworks, turning each meal into a sensational party on your palate. But that's not all. Temperature, texture, and even the sound of crunching play their roles in this sensory symphony. And did you know that your tongue isn't a one-size-fits-all kind of player? It has its own quirks, with different regions recognizing different tastes. Yet, it's a team player. Even though it specializes, every part can still get a sense of sweet, salty, sour, and umami. As those taste cells constantly renew, your flavor game evolves, making every dining experience a delightful interplay of senses and memories. Moving down from your taste buds, we enter the fascinating realm of the brainstem. This compact powerhouse sits just above the spinal cord, working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep your essential life functions running smoothly without you having to lift a finger. Think of it as the ultimate body manager, regulating your heartbeat, breathing, and sleep cycles like an orchestrator guiding an orchestra, all while you blissfully snooze. Not just a simple switchboard, this genius structure communicates constantly, relaying messages between the brain's higher echelons and the rest of your bodily biz. It even has specialized neurons that sense carbon dioxide levels to adjust your breathing automatically. Imagine having a body mechanic on speed dial. This part of the brain is beneficial for regulating swallowing, blood pressure, and alertness. A hiccup in this region, and things can go sideways, highlighting just how interconnected all our bodily systems really are. Let's take a detour to those marvelous appendages, the human hand. This little marvel can perform over 50 nifty movements, showcasing a brilliant blend of strength and finesse. With bones woven in an intricate dance, your hand can rotate, grip, and manipulate with the utmost precision. Can you imagine trying to thread a needle without this masterpiece of engineering? Relying on tendons that run from the forearm through to the tips of your fingers, it's like the perfect pulley system, effortlessly channeling muscle power. And there's more. Nestled within your hand are tiny muscles that fine-tune each gesture. This allows your fingers to perform a solo or join forces to execute complex tasks. Ligaments lend stability while also providing the flexibility needed for life's everyday activities. And let's not forget the sensory feedback from your skin, ensuring every movement is just right. Whether you're lifting a hefty toolbox or giving a loving pat, your hand has got your back. Intricate and agile, it's the unsung hero of human expression. The thumb, our lovable oddball, deserves a standing ovation for its quirky opposition to the fingers. This tiny member brings a whole new level of versatility to the table. Picture it as a tiny acrobat, juggling the delicate coordination of anatomy and neural finesse. This physical language, honed by millions of years of evolution, allows us to create, build, and connect in ways that are nothing short of magnificent. Who knew such a small package could pack such a powerful punch? Now, let's get to the eyes, those fabulous windows to the soul. They're like a high-tech cinema with over 100 million light-sensitive cells, all scrambling to capture every ray of light. Nestled in the inner eye, the retina is a dazzling tapestry of photoreceptors, equipped with rods for catching faint light and motion and cones for snapping up color and detail. These little guys work tirelessly, all packed so tightly into a space thinner than a slice of paper. They're out here making our vision possible. When light sneaks its way into our peepers, it bends and twists, waving at the cornea and lens, before finally settling on the retina, like a perfectly choreographed dance. Signals then make the speedy trip along the optic nerve to the brain, where they transform into the vivid artwork we call sight. The berries of cones gather at the center, showing off their clarity and color, while the sneaky rods patrol the edges, ensuring we don't trip over our own feet in dim light. Talk about teamwork. Let's not forget our trusty heart, the ultimate drama queen of the body. It boasts a rhythm that changes with our ever-fluctuating emotions, bringing a whole new meaning to feeling it. While it parades a steady beat, the heart constantly adjusts to the ups and downs of emotions. You can practically hear the heart whispering sweet nothings or panicking at life surprises via the autonomic nervous system, which swoops in to speed up or slow down the beats. Feeling joyful, your heart starts to dance with variability, showcasing its resilience like a pro. but throw in a bit of stress or anxiety, and suddenly, it's a rigid marching band, obeying the beat with no deviation. And let's not forget the hormones crashing the party. Adrenaline and cortisol flip the switch, adjusting the rhythm in a flash when our emotions take a roller coaster ride. It's as if the heart is the DJ spinning the tracks of our emotions, with every beat being the sick bass drop. And here's the real kicker: this conversation between mind and muscle is anything but one-sided. Take a deep breath and watch your heart soften, as if it's rocking out to a soothing lullaby. Or, if you're in a panic, that heartbeat cranks up the intensity, amplifying every feeling like the most dramatic movie soundtrack ever created. Monitors can capture these magical fluctuations in jaw-dropping detail. The heart is both a life sustainer and a mirror reflecting our thoughts. In the end, when you think about it, the boundaries between our body and feelings aren't just blurred, they're practically non-existent, weaving together in a beautiful tapestry of existence. It's a poetic reminder that our emotions play a crucial role in shaping our very being, making us the wonderfully complex creatures we are. So next time you feel your heart race or your thumb deftly reach for your favorite snack, remember, it's all part of the beautiful chaos that is life. In the bustling metropolis of the human body, the liver operates like a vigilant traffic cop, holding about a pint of blood in its reservoir at any one time. Here, wide vessels act as conduits, regulating the flow between the digestive tract and the rest of the system. As blood glides through this clever organ, it acts like a barista serving up detoxified ingredients and adjusted sugar levels with the precision of a master chef, making sure everything runs smoothly, no matter the body's activities. The liver isn't just sitting there, twiddling its thumbs, it's a living, breathing sponge. Imagine a blueprint designed like a highway system, with each cell playing the role of a toll booth, checking each drop of blood that passes. When oxygen and nutrients come steaming in from the intestines, they don't just dive right in, they stop at the liver to get their VIP treatment before heading out into the vast bloodstream. This ongoing operation keeps the chemistry of the body running like a well-oiled machine, balancing energy like a pro juggler. Speaking of lively processes, let's take a moment to appreciate saliva, nature's unsung hero. Over your lifetime, your salivary glands, those hard-working little devils under your tongue and around your jaw, will produce enough saliva to fill several swimming pools. That's right, folks, each day, they churn out about 5 liters of this magic fluid, often unnoticed, yet keeping your mouth comfortably moist. This slick substance contains enzymes ready to start digesting starches. It guards your teeth like a loyal knight, shielding against decay and even repairing enamel. But that's not all. This miracle worker also plays a crucial role in Flavortown. It dissolves food, allowing taste receptors to divine the deliciousness of what you just munched on. Like a well-timed opening act, saliva production ramps up at meal times and takes a break at night. Hence, the delightful morning mouth dryness. It's like a reminder that your body is always in motion, balancing hydration and health, even in the quiet hours. Now, let's not forget about the bones. Contrary to popular belief, these sturdy structures are alive. Each bone is a bustling community site, filled with cells that respond to anything from a little stress to microfractures. Picture these cells as the neighborhood watch when trouble arises. They release chemical signals, summoning everyone to action. It's like a team sport, with osteoclasts tearing down worn areas to make room for the fresh osteoblasts who come in to build up new bone. Hormones and outside forces influence this lively activity, keeping the pace steady and structured. Just when you think your bones are rigid and unyielding, they're actually busy remodeling, communicating, and aligning like seasoned dancers at a ball. It's a continuous conversation within your body. Each cellular interaction ensures that the skeleton remains strong and supportive, ready to take on whatever life throws your way, whether it be a jog around the block or one too many dance moves at a wedding. So, from the liver's expert management of blood and nutrients to the salivary glands working tirelessly behind the scenes and the bones collaborating in a grand structural ballet, the body is masterfully designed. It's not just about existence, it's all about balance, teamwork, and a little bit of flair. Who knew that within us lies a bustling city of organs and cells, all playing their parts, making life flavorful and lively. Deep within our bones lies an incredible communication system, like a top-secret telephone network, connecting bone cells to one another. This coordination ensures quick repairs appear right where they're needed without causing chaos in the stable regions. Even after we hit adulthood, this system is all ears, responding to exercise, nutrition, and load. Each step, jump, or stretch sends valuable data through this chemical web, turning our skeleton into a responsive and balanced entity. Who knew? These rigid structures were actually vigilant listeners, ready to tackle any strain. When it comes to feeling sensations, our body's communication system works at lightning speed. The moment your skin meets a stimulus, nerve fibers jump into action, sending this information straight to the brain. It's like a friendly competition. Touch signals, which travel along thick, speedy fibers, zoom ahead, while pain lumberingly lags behind on thinner, slower pathways. So, the next time you bang your arm, remember, you've got a pressure alert before the ache kicks in. Talk about efficiency. And what your brain does next is downright impressive. The quick signals allow reflexes to jump into action, pulling you away from danger. Think of it as your body's superhero response. Meanwhile, those slower pain signals come in to remind you of the ordeal, embedding a cautionary memory in your mind. This clever system isn't just about survival, it teaches us, ensuring we embark on this wild adventure called life with a bit more wisdom. Now let's dive beneath the skin, where fascia plays the unsung hero in our physical structure. This intricate web of connective tissue wraps around every muscle, organ, and blood vessel, creating a seamless connection throughout the body. It's like a backstage pass to a concert, keeping everything in sync. Because of this fascia, muscles can slide smoothly against one another, enhancing movement efficiency with ease. Amazing how it keeps the show on the road. Recent magical findings reveal that fascia isn't just a static poster. It houses sensory receptors crucial for posture and proprioception, helping us figure out where we are in space. Imagine this web as both a supporting structure and a navigational guide, ensuring that we don't lose our way amidst all our flailing about. When we keep our fascia hydrated and elastic, it supports graceful motion, allowing us to sway and dance like pros on the dance floor. However, just like any diva, fascia can get stiff and dehydrated, wanting to rebel against fluidity. When it restricts movement, we might find ourselves stuck in awkward positions, like a flamingo on roller skates. This is where massage, stretching, and gentle movement come to the rescue. They keep our fascia supple and lively, reminding it of its true purpose to facilitate a smooth, harmonious existence as we navigate the ups and downs of life. So, the next time you skip that stretching session or ignore your body's pleas for hydration, give fascia a thought. Contrary to what it may seem, it's not just a background player. It's the ultimate partner in our body's symphony, working tirelessly to make sure we're in tune with the world around us. Embrace your body's hidden networks and let those sensations guide you towards a life filled with movement, joy, and a touch of graceful finesse. The human body is a wondrous creation, and at its core is a dynamic network of tension and release, best illustrated by our good friend, the fascia. This isn't just wrappings around our insides. It's the connective tissue that binds every little piece of us into a cohesive whole. Far from being a mere collection of parts, our bodies are more like a finely tuned orchestra, playing a symphony of movement and sensation. Let's talk about the diaphragm, our trusty breathing muscle, nestled snugly at the base of our rib cage. This dome-shaped wonder acts like an inflatable cushion for our lungs. When it contracts, it flattens out, creating more room to inhale deeply. Then, in a gracefully timed retreat, it rises to push out the air like a little elevator for breath. It teams up with intercostal and abdominal muscles, harmonizing to adjust our breath with each need. Whether we're chatting, laughing, or napping, this muscle has a surprising emotional side too. When stress hits, the diaphragm can tense up like a rubber band, whereas deep breathing can ease that tension and calm our jittery nerves. Singers and divers, masters of their craft, know all about controlling this powerhouse, extending their capacity to breathe as if they were swimming with the whales or belting out opera in the shower. Now, let's dive into the curious world of dreams. Picture this. While we snooze, our brains are wide awake and throwing quite the party during rapid eye movement sleep. Neurons are firing, reliving memories, and crafting elaborate stories while our body enjoys a little temporary paralysis. It's like a thrilling movie playing out in our minds while our form remains blissfully still, an intriguing paradox of sleepy creativity. As those dream sequences unfold, The visual and emotional centers light up like a Christmas tree, stitching together our daily experiences into fanciful narratives. Simply put, dreaming is the mind's way of exploring and processing emotions. Our heart rate and breathing might dance to their own rhythm, reflecting the wild intensity of what's happening behind closed eyelids. But don't be fooled into thinking sleep is a time of inactivity. Oh no, it's a nightly expedition into the creative workshop of our subconscious, where meaning is crafted from the clashing and merging of impressions gathered throughout our day. Even as our bodies regain strength, our minds are anything but quiet, proving that sleep is not simply the absence of activity, it's a transformative journey through the mysteries of consciousness. And speaking of transformations, let's not forget our skin, that marvelous protective layer complete with over 2 million sweat glands. Yes, you heard that right. These tiny patches of hard work scatter across nearly every inch of us, diligently regulating our temperature and assisting with excretion when we need it most. Our bodies are multitaskers, ensuring we stay cool while handling the business of life. When the inner furnace cranks up the heat, what do we humans do? We sweat it out. That's right, our body's built-in air conditioning unit starts releasing moisture to cool us off. There are two VIP players in this sweaty saga: the eccrine glands, which produce a refreshing, clear liquid, and the apocrine glands, which serve up a thicker brew that gets aromatic thanks to our microscopic buddies, bacteria. Talk about a party on your skin. These sweat-producing glands aren't evenly distributed. No, sir, they hang out mostly on our palms, soles, and foreheads, which is no surprise since those sweaty zones often get the most action. During an intense workout, we can sweat out several liters per hour. It's a well-oiled machine that knows exactly how to keep balance while avoiding the dehydration crisis. And it's not just water. Our sweat is a cocktail of salt, urea, and minerals, showing just how fancy our bodies can be even while we're dripping. Now, let's move to the vocal cords, the secret agents of sound. These nifty folds of tissue stretch across our airway like the piano strings of Mother Nature. When we speak or belt out a tune, air swooshes through, causing these folds to vibrate like they're training for a hummingbird contest. High frequency. You bet, these vibrations can bop along over 1,000 times per second, turning our chatter into high art. And think about it. Each sound is a blend of breath, muscle action, and emotional flair. Every sweet serenade, whisper, or shout is a masterpiece of coordination. We're talking about breath pressure mixed with sounds resonating through our throat and mouth. The entire package is designed to convey feelings, whether a loving lullaby or a shout of joy. Our voices create a stunning communication symphony. Imagine, all of this magic begins with tiny movements in delicate membranes, a testament to the power of breath and expression. Next up in our tour is the marvelous skull, composed of a grand total of 22 bones that work tirelessly to guard our supercomputers, aka our brains. These bones fit together like a jigsaw puzzle, connected by seams called sutures. Fun fact, these joints gradually fuse throughout childhood, giving a little flexibility during birth while fortifying strength as we age. Our skull is a genius design, weighing just enough to protect while remaining light as a feather, a delicate balance. Inside this fortress are the organs that let us hear, see, smell, and even keep our balance. Each piece is wrapped up safe and sound within the skull's cavities. Yet, they aren't entirely in a lockdown situation. Blood vessels and nerves sneak through tiny openings, connecting us to the outside world and ensuring our senses are always in the loop. And let's not forget about the lower jaw, our iconic moving part that completes the facial puzzle, making expression and communication a breeze. So, there you have it, folks, from the glorious sweats that cool us down to the harmonious sounds we create, and those magnificent safeguards that do the brain a huge favor. The human body is like a wildly intricate masterpiece, a blend of function and art where survival dances hand in hand with expression, showcasing just how extraordinary we really are. Who knew biology could be this lively and entertaining? The skull may look like a rigid helmet, but it harbors a secret. It grows and remodels throughout life in understated ways. It's like a fortress and a fancy frame rolled into one, protecting our most complex neural wiring while boldly supporting our unique identities. It's quite the multitasker, housing thoughts, dreams, and the quirky personality traits that make us, well, us. This bony buddy has a lot going on behind that sturdy facade. Believe me. Now, let's talk about those joints, the unsung heroes of movement. Ever wonder how they glide and slide so effortlessly? Well, they've got a slick, magical potion called synovial fluid working in their favor. This isn't just any fluid. It's a slippery superstar concocted from water, hyaluronic acid, and lubricin. Picture the slimiest oil imaginable but way more advanced. It reduces friction so well that it practically laughs in the face of stiffness while delivering nutrients right where they're needed. The art of movement is like a choreographed dance, with synovial fluid as the graceful partner. As those cartilage surfaces shimmy against each other, this fluid spreads out, taking on impacts while keeping every joint cushioned like a plush pillow. But hold on, when hydration or health takes a dive, this fluid can go on a roller coaster ride of thickness. Suddenly, comfort and mobility are playing hide and seek. Thanks to the fickle nature of our body's chemistry, talk about dramatic. Speaking of things growing slowly, let's dive into the hair saga. Did you know that every strand of hair is a little miracle, sprouting about half an inch each month? That's right, below your skin. Hair follicles are like bustling factories, rapidly churning out new cells that eventually become the luxurious hair we show off. This life cycle is quite the show, with phases of growth, rest, and occasional shedding, but all part of nature's perfect plan. Go hair, go! Now, don't get too attached to that hair just yet. Its journey is influenced by hormones, the changing seasons, and a sprinkle of genetics, while what we see is just the tip of the iceberg, or, in this case, the tip of the hair. The follicle is like a busy little brain, reacting to the state of our health and the environment. It documents our history every inch of the way, proving that we are living timelines of nourishment and experience. One hair at a time. But wait, there's more. Let's zoom out and appreciate the entire ensemble of our body, a whopping 30 trillion cells working in tandem. It's like the ultimate city of tiny inhabitants, each with its own grand mission. Some are energy producers, while others carry oxygen or work hard to fend off pesky invaders. Together, they create tissues and organs, united through a complex communication network, ensuring that everything runs smoother than a high-tech factory. And the magic doesn't stop there. Every single day, billions of these cells shuffle off this mortal coil, only to be replaced without missing a beat. It's a continuous renewal process, keeping the whole system balanced and vibrant. So, the next time you marvel at how well your body functions or struggle to find your keys, just remember that behind the scenes, a bustling metropolis of cells is tirelessly working its magic to keep you alive and kicking. At this grand scale, the body transforms into a truly magnificent cooperative miracle, an ensemble of countless individuals united in harmony, thriving on shared information and interdependence. As the day unwinds and your mind starts to relax, allow all you've absorbed tonight to swirl quietly within. All those intricately synchronized processes, every breath, heartbeat, and subtle movement persist effortlessly. Don't worry. Your body has been looking after itself since you first sparked into existence. Feel that gentle rhythm continue inside, pulsating and alive. Your lungs rise and fall like the soft waves of the ocean, and beneath that, your heart murmurs like a devoted fan cheering from the sidelines. Believe it or not, this pulsating miracle hasn't missed a beat since its very first thrumming. Deep within, every single cell vibrates with its unique purpose. In splendid concert with billions of other cells, you're practically living stardust, bonded with the same air that twirled around the planet since life got its dazzling start. Meanwhile, the outside world is slowing down, as if holding its breath along with you. Sounds gently soften, and thoughts loosen their tightly wound strings like a cat relaxing after a good stretch. Suddenly, the crisp boundaries of body and space begin to meld into a soft, hazy blend. What remains, a soothing, rhythmic existence where breath flows smoothly into stillness, and awareness rides the calm waves of life, drifting effortlessly in its timeless motion. The beauty is in knowing you can rest without a single worry. The body's quiet intelligence is always on watch, like a vigilant night guard. Lungs, heart, blood, and cells carry on their thoughtful duty. Even while you briefly slip away into dreamland, every pulse and flicker of energy is committed to maintaining your lively existence with calm reliability. It's your very own living ecosystem, and right now, all it requests is that you cozy up and recharge. So, let the day melt away like ice cream on a hot summer day, and allow your thoughts to float into the realm of stillness. Embrace the soft cocoon of nighttime, where everything becomes tranquil and the hustle and bustle fades away. It's an invitation to snuggle deeply into the essence of life without effort. Only a gentle embrace of rest awaits, ready to hit the snooze button on your busy brain. Good night.